Come into the room, family. Come into the room. I am the H-Town Vet, and I'd like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Thank you for showing up on this Father's Day. I would like to say happy Father's Day to all fathers who are here. And for those of you that your father passed, condolences and respect on that. If you are a father in the house, let us know by put some type of father emoji in the chat, or put me, or put the number of children you have. If you're a father in the house, put the number of children you have. H-Town, a father that he knows of. Let's see here. He has one. Oh, look at I got to show special reference to our brother, the Salty Old Marine. Happy Father's Day to all dads. Yes, indeed. And our brother channel is growing. Huh? Have I been pocket watching? Our brother channel is growing. And put how many grandchildren you got too, and great grandkids. So put children, then grandchildren, then great grandchildren. Great one. The Salty Old Marine, great one. Now listen, Betty Bob set the decorum early before we even started. She said, H-Town, good evening. Hope you enjoying your Father's Day. I did. Went out to a Mexican restaurant. You know, I'm in Texas, a lot of Mexican restaurants. My daughter and my niece took me out. Betty said, good evening. Everyone, happy Father's Day. Yes, indeed. We have Jason in here saying hi to Betty. And then Jimmy Elmore says, good evening. Yes, indeed. Let's set this decorum, family. Benny says, H-Town Vet and Chat family. Yes, indeed. Let us know. I just got one child, no grandchildren. Let us know. Charlton says, evening, Betty, and to everybody. Okay. And he said, Benny says, happy Father's Day, H-Town, and all the fathers. Yes, indeed. Then we have Charlton say, and especially Father Time, H-Town, old as the hills. LOL. You know what's up. J. Oliver say, hello, everyone. So glad that you are here. I'm going to click some of the ones just to make sure we didn't miss anybody. If I've already said your name, we're going to keep it moving. And like we said, the Salty Old Marine say, happy Father's Day to all. Yes, indeed. All dads. And he's saying hi to the Salty Old Marine. Charlton is. He says, listen to what the Salty Old Marine says. One granddaughter yesterday was her birthday. Incredible. Congratulations. Yes, indeed. Listen, let us know how many grandchildren you have. G. Oliver say, hello, Benny, Betty Bobs, and H-Town, uncle only. If you're an uncle, put uncle in there. I was an uncle for a long time. Oh, Lord. My sister is almost 14 years younger than me, but she had my older niece. She have a niece that's older than my daughter. The one that lived with me, my niece, she's my daughter's age. They're 6 months apart. Charlton say, father, one daughter. Same here. Everybody show love to Mr. Ray. 504 says, Mr. Ray says, happy Father's Day, everyone. Stop by to show some love. Thank you for doing that. Show some love, brother. Thank you for doing it. Whenever you're able to grace us with your presence, we appreciate it. Now, Betty says, happy Father's Day to all you gentlemen. Happy Father's Day. You have been raising or mentoring. Yeah, either raising a child or mentoring one. Yes, indeed. You have still important and a great man. Yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Everybody showing that love. Boy, y'all out here today. Yes, indeed. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody. Want to catch up, we can keep it moving. And I thank you so much. We got Sailor Jack says, happy Father's Day. Everybody show love to Sailor Jack. So glad to see you when you're able to make it through. We appreciate you and our brother, Mr. Ray. Thank you so much. You're an uncle. Okay, you're uncle too. I'm an uncle of 3. Hey, Ray. Good evening, Ray. Happy Father's Day. Now, family, let us continue here tonight because we're going to clarify some things and we're going to really get into your opinion. So get back and relax. We want to enjoy what we're doing here. Don't get stressed out. We're not here to upset you or to provoke you other than to good works. Now, we do want to provoke you to good works. So we're going to bring that knowledge in, that understanding, and that camaraderie we need to make things work. Because without, so here we're going to talk about a variety of topics, veteran topics and issues and how our thought process plays into it. All right. It ain't just telling you about the information. You need to understand it. So thank everybody for coming. We're so glad that you are here. We appreciate you showing up, taking time out your schedule. And here our channel is unique. Your voice matters. You hear what I said? Yes, indeed. Our regular scheduled live streams are on Sundays, which is today, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Time. I mean 7 p.m. Central Time. Let me correct that. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Time. Click on your notifications. It's important that we communicate about more than just benefits. We need to talk to each other. All right. You say, Betty, she clarified the topic. What was the main reason you filed VA disability compensation? First, we're going to talk in general the different reasons. Then we'll get to that. Now, Charlton say, so no trigger event today. We're going to try not to do it. It might happen by accident. And say, H-Town, hello, family. Yes, indeed. Please read the decorum. Everybody show love to Lil Flip. Thank you for showing up. Say, H-Town, hello to the family and salute. Yes, indeed. Come on in here, family. This is where we acknowledge you at. It's all about you. That's what I used to tell the ladies, huh? It was all about you. Yeah, you understand? Listen, and that's 7 o'clock Texas time, Central Time. We way more subscribers than that. That thing is moving. It slowed down and started picking up again, family. Let H-Town tell you how many subscribers we have right now. Let's see. We have, at the time of this live stream, we have, let's see. Let me see. Can I pull myself up? And I'm going to try to do it where it don't glare. We have 2,965 subscribers. 2,965 now. So how many we need? Because the number that's up there is not correct. 2,965. This is our count now. So the one that's up there is incorrect. How many more we need? Betty say we need 35. Do y'all think we can make 35? Huh? Do you think we can get to 3,000? We really appreciate y'all support, your commitment in helping us do that. And we've also gotten monetized, family. We here, we don't play. 35. Okay, 35 more needed. Thank y'all for confirming. Smash that like button if you haven't done so already. We dispel myths here. We get it clear. So let's get to the topic for tonight. Is that okay? Is it okay for us to get to the topic for tonight? And the topic for tonight is we're talking about the main reason what was the main reason you filed for VA disability compensation? First, we're going to back off that right now. We want to talk about the different reasons because it may have been a variety of reasons. And at the end, we'll get to the main reason. Okay? Yes, indeed. So we're going to get to that question in a minute. Now we're going to get you to participate. And okay, hold on. We're going to get you to participate. And please read the information that our sister Betty is putting in the chat so we can make sure we handling this business and keeping things on task. Now, listen. This has been a big thing about being disabled and working. Some say you should stop being disabled and you just need to go work. All right. Some say, okay, you can work and be disabled. And it's a lot of back and forth. And there's a lot of people that have issues with veterans being able to work and be disabled. It's not clear all the time. Nobody's clear. Congress is not clear. The Senate is not clear. Come on, House Representatives or the Senate. And sometimes there's a lot of haters online talking about, look at veterans flossing about their benefits. I don't believe that people should floss, but let me say this here to you. If they got their benefits and they earn them, whatever they do, everybody got their own personality. That's not what I do, but that's what happens, okay? That's what people do. If they earned it, they do what they do. All right? I don't run around bragging about, I'm a combat veteran. I'm a combat veteran. I am a combat veteran, but some, they wear it like, they're better than others. If that's what they want to do, as long as they don't come messing with me, we cool. Because that ain't how I live. So there are some people that troll. Have you ever heard negative statements online about veterans getting VA disability compensation? Has that embarrassed you or discouraged you from wanting to go get your benefits? How does that make you feel? As the therapist would say, Lil Rip say, it's mostly the youngsters doing the flashing they disability. Yeah. Well, we used to be a little flashy when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't saying we were like that, but we flashed a little bit. Stop. Everybody say stop flossing. You putting a target on our back. You're making the block out, young people. You don't talk about your money and you ain't planning on sharing it with people. You want to tease them with your money in these hard economic times, gas over $3.50, and you want to be showing off. There's going to be some people, especially online, that are going to be upset about that. They say, that's my tax dollar. We're going to clarify all that tonight. Then you got other YouTubers with big channels. This gentleman here, we're going to start going over more of his videos. In the military out there, everyone should not get disability, VA disability forever. So he's making a whole bunch of statements. Everybody don't get it. And it's not forever. It's for the disabilities that everybody show love to Tanya. Show love, please, indeed. Say, hey, yes, so glad to see you, my sister, coming over from Raider Channel. We appreciate you. And listen, we did this video, Raider and I, right here, and we talked about it because I didn't know the guy. I didn't know he was a YouTuber like that. Big time YouTuber. Makes several videos about our VA disability compensation and what we shouldn't get for life. Everybody show love to Tanya. Now, then, if that's not enough to be criticized by trolls, to be criticized by large content creators, I don't know if he got over 100,000 or close to 1 million. He got a lot. I don't think he's not even a veteran. And they don't understand how the VA system works when it comes to that. You also got other veterans. Medal of Honor winner. Dakota Meyer. Right before they gave him that $100,000 payout, just last year. What was he talking about? Stop paying people to be broken. The system rewards pain. Oh, he's making a whole bunch of statements. And next thing you know, if you had a Medal of Honor, they pay you $100,000 a year after you made these egregious statements. So we have even our own veterans. We have to stop confusing sacrifice with suffering. What does that even mean? So you need to pay attention. And every once in a while, we revisit this because we want to drag these people. So in the future, you're not hiding behind no medal with me. I got a couple of medals. So what? What they going to do with them? Throw them in the grave and the casket with me? What good that's going to do me? Come on now. Honorable service matters to me. Oh, then we have Lieutenant Dan arguing at the trash can over our benefits, what we shouldn't get. Huh? That's right. Sister Betty Bobs gave me that article. Medal of Honor making $100,000 per year tax-free, which is okay for, if they want to do that. But why you hollering over ours? So you want to reward people that you think did something in combat? Listen, some of that's provable and some of it's not. We got, I told you about the American Sniper. Chris Kyle, he did a lot of lying. Huh? And they can still work and become social media big gurus and nobody's pocket watching them. And I don't have no problem with people doing it, but don't hate on us. Don't bug us. Now listen, Lil Rip says, some people I know that got medals did nothing but suck up air. Yeah. One general hopped out the airplane, went over, used the restroom, took a dump, got back on the plane, gave himself a high medal. Did you hear what I said? Gave himself a combat medal. Let's talk about it. Oh, he said we shouldn't get it. Listen what, you remember he went before Congress. Daniel Gabe went before Congress and talked about what we shouldn't get and that our disabilities are junk disabilities. When he got before Congress, he said what he really felt. Now, but look, and he goes on to say, this is his quote at the bottom. I do not know if I can organize my life around the disability identity, but he damn sure organized his business around it. Hypocrite. Interfuse. Look what they're saying. Interfuse will soon be certified as a service disabled veteran owned small business with the Small Business Administration. And we look forward to continue our exceptional service to our customers around the globe. And he get by contracts from the government, $30 to $40 million contracts. They say it's a small business, right? Come on now. Hold on. I thought he said he said it shouldn't even be no disabled veteran. Well, why he a disabled veteran? Why he get to talk about it? What makes him more special than us? To be able to get things and then ridicule and talk down to us, punch down, while he getting full retirement from the VA, from being a retired. They let him stay in, even though he lost his leg. They let him stay in another 7-8 years to retire. He getting his VA disability, probably 100%. He get the federal contract, huh? Don't get me started. And he got this, man, don't get me started. Not to mention his job in the White House. Uh-oh. Say hypocrite. Yes, indeed. Hypocrite. And he ain't going to pull that small time stuff over on me. So when they bring out the next, you notice he quiet now. And you notice I'm the first one to go in on him. Everybody else was playing around with him. They bringing him on his channel. They rubbing elbows thinking he can help them get better. And when they had a chance to check him, they didn't. I would never disrespect the man, but I would bring him to task. You understand? Oh, Lord. Didn't mean to. Gabby gets $65 free lunch. Did you hear that? Gabe gets $65. Listen. H-Town triggered. I'm just saying. Family, we got to every once in a while go back. So when these people come up, you notice he ain't showed his face again, has he? H-Town been going in on him. Now, I got a small channel, but do I play? He watched this. Now, listen, the problem they got with us, and we're going to get to the reason you joined the military. The problem they got with us is they don't want us to get no passive income. They want us to work like a dog till we can't move no more. And if you can't work, get out on the street and be homeless, and we'll throw you a few crumbs every now and then. You lose your home, we'll throw you a few crumbs every now and then. We'll take a few of you and prop you up. The rest of you can suffer because we don't need you for a war right now. We don't need you to maintain a ship right now. We don't need you to do what, we want to push you out the way. Thank you for your service and get the hell out of my face. This is how we're being treated, and they're using other so-called veterans. Come on now. Everybody show love to Alaskan Ice. Say hello, everyone. She bringing us a lot of the news tonight. Let's get into it. Thank you, family. Are we doing it? Are we doing this thing? Yes, indeed. Oh, let me get everybody comments because I did turn them off for a minute. Yeah, they got a problem. See, they want us stressed out all the time. They want our income to be active. They want us to work like a dog. Why can't we do what they do? Getting those stipends. Betty brought it up earlier. What they do, get it them 60, well, it's about $72 stipend, from 60 something to $72 stipend for just lunch in Congress and the Senate. At the same time, I'm talking about that Congressman Shelf. He get more in a food stipend that he don't have to spend on food than a 90% disabled veteran get daily if you divide it up. Is that horrible or what? So he can get it. I ain't hating on it, but why are you pushing other veterans aside? See, they don't want us to have no passive income. Well, we've earned it because these conditions we got are not passive. They are active. If we're going to have active disabilities that are hindering us from working, from functioning in everyday life, guess what? You're going to give us some passive income to offset that. Am I talking wrong? Am I being hostile? Look what she say. H-Town per diem is what they reported. Might be twice as much. They show that, and it might be twice as much, and they can use their food, the money for food. They get about a $69 to $72 stipend, tax-free. They can use it on food. They don't have to provide receipts, so they can use it on anything. They can use it on dry cleaning. Come on now. Must be nice. I ain't never seen them treat veterans like that. But thank me for my service. Now listen, so you go in there, so we want you to see the numbers that apply to you. Right now, we're not going to talk about the main one that made you file for VA compensation, or if you're considering filing for VA compensation. And you welcome to have questions, comments, as long as they're on topic, okay? You went over to that VA claims office. Do you remember what year you went over there? When I got down here, I'll start with the one I did down here. I believe the first one was denied down here in Houston. I did one way back in the 90s. But 1999, I did one. The one that started getting approved was the one I did in 2004. But the first claim, when was your first claim you remember? I'm kind of cheating because I'm starting late with the one I did. When was your first one? Okay, let us know. When did you walk into that VA claims office and file your claim? And what were you looking for? Were you starting off at zero? Were you at the low level? So it's 2009 for you. Were you at the moderate level when it comes? Were you already 0 to 20? And you was going for the moderate, 30 to 60%? Were you trying to get higher? Were you at the moderate level trying to get considerable, between 60 and 90%? Tell us the year you filed that claim. You started this process. Tell me your story, family. We want to know. Were you at the higher end of the game? Were you trying to get from considerable, and it's hard to get from 90 to 100, right? So now you got the first one. Like, listen, and I didn't think about that. The PACT Act, considerable. Were you at considerable between 60 and 90, and you was trying to make that 100? Did you go for that temporary 100% because of knee injury, because of prostate cancer, or something like that? Or did you go for IU? I went for individual unemployability. I was at 70% for mental health. And last but not least, and I got to take y'all off for a minute, that 100% permanent total TDIU. Never turn down TDIU if you get it. Never. Listen. Lil Rip says it was 2009 for him. Charlton say 2019. That is a travesty and a crime that a veteran that served pretty much in the Vietnam era, because in the mid-70s, this man went in there, and the first claim was 2019, 7 years ago. Betty say 1987. When did you go in that claims office, family? Let us know when you went to that claims office. Come on now. Let us know. Let me get it. I want to get it up so we had it up. Let's talk about this. I want this slide up so we talking about when did you first go that that VA claims office. Jimmy L. Moore says 2021. How can y'all remember these dates? Jay Oliver say, I got out in 1994 and the first claim in 1995. Okay. Now listen to what the Saltillo Marine says. 2022 PAC Act stand down. I didn't know I was applying. Wow. See, we don't know a lot of these things. And look how knowledgeable our brother, the Saltillo Marine, is now. If you haven't gone over to his channel, he's at about 17,000, 18,000 subscribers. And that's because he putting in the work. Okay? We support him. Saltillo Marine, this channel is supposed to grow. He do good by me. He do good by people. Huh? Don't think y'all slick. Don't think he ain't sharp. I ain't trying to put a target on you back, but he's sharp. I love him. Listen to me. Betty says, I got out in 1994, filed my first claim. 1997, I was already service connected. Okay. Now listen. Betty says, Alaskan, saying hi to everybody. Now listen to what he said. I started with 10% for tinnitus and 0% for hearing loss. Your first rating, anybody in here remembers their first rating, please let us know. My first VA rating was, I'm not embarrassed to say it, I got it in 2007. I'm not embarrassed to say it. My first rating was 0% in 2007. I was so uninformed by the VA, the way VA did things. You know what? Tell me what your first rating was. Mine was 0. I said I must have got declined. Come on now, fam. Let me see what we got here. So Lil Rip started off at 0%. Okay. Then Alaskanites Will Win Big 2012. Okay. Man. 5 ranges of severity. Yes, indeed. Started off at 0%, Jimmy. So I'm not the only one that started off at 0. I don't feel bad now. Thank you. OT in here say 2011 for tinnitus, lower back, wrist strain, right hearing loss. My Lord. You had a few things on now. You must have got those when everybody show love to OT. You must have got those OT when you were getting out. Now, Lil Rip says, sup, OT. He said, yes, happy Father's Day, OT. Family, this is real important because do you know people listening and watching what we doing here? You say, evening all. Yes, indeed, OT. The VA doctor told me to make a claim. Do you remember that doctor's name? If you ever get a chance, that was a blessing that doctor told you that, Jimmy L. Moore. My first claim was that I won was 2007. I had filed in 2004. The one I filed in 1999, I let the year pass, so it didn't work. You know, I didn't appeal fast enough. But in 2000, the one I did in 2004, I finally got 0%, and it wasn't a year later, they got me up. They gave me 30 and then 50 all at one time. 30 for a certain few years and 50 for the other years because they didn't want to give me all that money. I still got about $26,000 in back pay. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. Jimmy Elmore says, and they put it in my account all at once. I didn't spend it all at once. Your first rating was 50%. Okay, Jimmy Elmore. Family, we coming in here, we making this happen. So Alaska Night say got out in 1985, filed in 2012, not rated, started trying again in 2021. That's what happens to us. I got discouraged. Did anybody get discouraged? That's why I didn't come back for so many years. That's what I got. 0%. Me too. Jimmy Elmore says 50% in 2022. Come on now. Then we got OT says in 2011, 40%. That was your first rating. What was your first rating if you just got in? The first rating was 50% for Alaska Nights will win big. Now, everybody show love to Mike Peterson. Happy Father's Day, all. Yes, we greeted y'all and we greeting you again. Happy Father's Day. And we're going to do a little bit on Father's Day on the end. 2, we talked about it in the front. Yeah, the Salty Old Marine. Yes, indeed. Show love, OT. Now, listen to what Jay Oliver says. I received care for my knees in 1995, but I wasn't rated for tinnitus and hearing until 2024. 20%. That is a travesty, in my opinion. Now, listen to what our sister says here. We're going through this thing tonight. Yeah, we're going to talk about why you filed. Right now, we're going to figure out what did you file, because people don't know your story. They criticize you. You understand? They talking about why you shouldn't get it. They don't know the sacrifices that you made, that I made, that several other hundreds of thousands, millions of veterans have done. Now, listen. Betty says, my first VA rating service connection was paid back the severance package. Yeah. Who had to pay that severance package back? You got back pay, but they took it because you took a severance getting out the military. That's a travesty. We've talked about that in the past, and we're going to have to revisit that. Yeah, if you got a severance package, certain severance packets on the way out, you can work something out where you can. Now, they used to just, at first, they used to take all your back pay and your VA check until you paid it off. Now they'll let you pay in increments. Because I know a brother got 80. I helped him get 80, and they took out some hundreds out of it until he paid it off. I had 50% and was only paid 10%. I never knew I was getting 50% until I looked through my STR's service treatment records in May 2026. I just finished 5,005 pages. My Lord. Did I miss somebody? Okay. Now, I don't know what that word means. Now, look, OT say finally made PNT 2022. God bless. I made PNT 2000, I think, in 2014. Now, understand the way it works is this. Are you following me? So they go by if the 20-year rule. Let's say I was unemployable before I was 100% permanent total. So me being paid at the 100% rate is going to lock in the 100% rate. So they won't be able to touch that. So I got that in 2000 and my Lord, 2010. So yes. All right. I ain't gonna calculate because the haters be out there. Now, Big Blue say filed in 2022 PACT Act 50 years after I got out. Wow. Let me ask y'all a question. Wow, that's hard to think about. Who in here filed in the PACT Act that's got you started? Everybody said hi to Mike and everybody. Yes, indeed. And say, hello, Big Blue. Happy Father's Day. Yes, indeed. Now, listen to what we got here. Boy, this is a blessing here, family. Mike Peterson say, I am going to put in tinnitus diagnosis and my service records showing hearing loss, work roof of aircraft carrier, and flight line. I should be good, right? You should be, have dates, have locations, have the name of the ship, Tell them if you went to any treatment. Yes, indeed. Charlton say, I had my first after service hearing test in 1983, saw hearing loss, didn't apply. I was Navy Reserve, thought if I went active, I would be refused. Okay. Say thank you, H-Town. Oh, you're wonderful. My people, we want you to come back. We're gonna leave. We're gonna be like Motel 6. We're gonna leave the light on for you. We want you to help veterans here. Now, OT says this, because I'm amazed. I was afraid to file on the PACT Act. Y'all are giving me some confidence. Now, I may not need to, but that's why I'm talking to y'all. OT say, yes, Mike, there are certain Navy MOSs that are in auto mode per M21-1 guidance. Wow. He say, thanks, Betty. And then he said, OT, and congratulations. I know it's late. Yes, indeed. But y'all got it. Now, listen to what Rainbow says. Hello, everyone. Happy Father's Day. First day of summer. Did not realize this is the first day of summer. Thank you. Thanks, fam. You see how the encouragement to feeding each other is so important? Betty says, now at 40% and getting paid at 30%. You need to find out how much you owe. When the last time you checked, Betty? So they're talking about, okay, OT going straight to our brother. So y'all can read that, but I ain't gonna, that's he's talking to them privately. Now listen to what the Saltillo Marine says. PACT Act for me, Camp Lejeune, contaminated water. It took the VA from 1979 to 2022 to reach out to me. My God. Let me ask you a question. They say they haven't paid on many of those. Have they paid on many of those Camp Lejeunes? Say hello, Rainbow. Happy Father's Day, first day of summer. Yes, thank you, Betty. Some aircrafts qualify for hearing loss. Oh, the aircraft itself. Okay. Which ones? I am taking notes. You think we play here? Evening. We're here to empower you. We got the Saltillo Marine. And if you haven't had a chance, y'all go over there and get some real knowledge. I'm not saying he's going to be your bus driver, but he'll sure take you to school. Huh? I learned. Huh? I'm still trying to get ready to file for my fatty liver DBQ. Yeah, what's the big thing with that fatty liver? They just don't get approved because that's an inside joke, but I didn't know. Now, family, let's get to this like we were going here. Where are you at on the range, family? Where are you at, or where you trying to get to? Now, listen what Saltillo Marine say. Camp Lejeune has tens of thousands of claims and 4 judges. My God, that's. Are they federal VA judges? Or are they at the Board of Veteran Appeals? Is it a lawsuit or what is it? Now, I need to know, and I want y'all to be honest with me. Say hello, Rain. Let me see. It says KC 135 for sure, and multiple branch modifiers of it. So that aircraft, okay. Now, I need to know this here. If you did your claim yourself, if you've done any of your claims yourself, and if you've done your last claim yourself, I want you to put in the chat DIY for do it yourself. Who in here did their own claim? I'll be a hypocrite if I say if I've ever did my own claim. Now, on those last ones, I was a significant part of it, but my how can I say? I don't know if it's insecurity. I have anxiety extremely bad. Who did that claim? Whoever done claim themselves? Come on, let's see what he got here. Say, try not to say anything that would ruffle feathers on your channel, H-Town. No, I speak freely, brother. As long as you ain't saying nothing's gonna get us shut down. Speak, brother, speak. We speak freely here. You know, as long as you ain't gonna get nothing that's gonna get us shut down. And H-Town, I didn't do nothing myself, so I'm just putting it up there. Who did something they said? Let's see how I didn't. Saltillo Marine say did do it yourself. Wow. Oh, wow. Betty say 2025, do it yourself. I hope these online veteran channels are helping you. Now listen, Alaska Night say, do it yourself. Did it yourself. Jay Oliver, do it myself. What gave y'all such confidence? Do it yourself. From Rainbow. Now Mike says the E2C Hawkeye. Let me ask this. Do helicopters qualify for the hearing loss too, if you're around those? Because I know some of them land on ships too. Jay Oliver say VSO, okay. If you had a VSO, put VSO in there. If you did it yourself, do it yourself. Let me know. If you had a lawyer, put a lawyer in there. Or something to represent law. Some emojis. Do it myself 2026. Y'all don't trust that. But getting help now. Okay, that's good. Ray say, okay, VSO made them work. Come on now, let's talk about it. Now listen, I believe that when a certain group of veterans start figuring out how to get service connected, that's when all of a sudden they don't want us to get benefits. Speak your mind here. Don't you filter that. Speak your mind, Brother Ray. See, as soon as we start winning at the game, they want to change the rules. Look, my daughter, when she was young, she was upset. She was at the playground. My daughter's very competitive, but she was in elementary. I want you to listen with her friend. She must have been about the 3rd grade. She said, hey, whoever get up to the top of the jungle bars, win, the little girl, her friend said. When they got up there, my daughter got up there first. She said, oh, no, it's who get down first. See, if you change the rules in the middle of the game, that's called cheating. And the VA try to do that to us. Congress tried to do that to us. The confidence to VSOs lied. Oh, Lord. Have you ever been lied to by somebody that represented you? I'm not trying to trigger you, Charlton. Listen. MSO noise, exposure, listening, M21-1 guidelines, looking at specific Navy rating, higher probability noise exposure, automatic concession. Did not know. Can you get that list to me, brother? Because I didn't know it worked like that when it comes to certain MOSs with the Navy. So let us know. Self-study and YouTube. How did you do it? Thank you for that statement, Mr. Ray. Keep speaking your mind. We need your blessings. Now look who we got. Bama in here. Bama say, I am really learning toward doing my claim myself. Who's building more confidence to do their own claim? That's the whole purpose of my channel. Huh? That's what we come here for. Excuse me for my Southern accent. I'm going to go catch a fish for you. Now we're going to teach you how to fish and you catch as many as you want. Mr. Ray, look what Betty say. Speak about it. Mr. Ray, speak about it. Yes, indeed. Ain't no shame in our game here. All y'all got us cutting up. Fan, we can't break no records on how long we here tonight. H-Town trying to be on his best Christian behavior. Huh? Now look, Alaskan Ice says, for those that don't know, Will Win Big is Alaskan Ice. I was being told, don't do this, don't do that. You won't get more than 10% for this or that. So I just started doing it myself. Now, when you won, did you go back to the people? Because you remember, it's always they. They said that I'd never get 100%. They said that I would never get service connected. They said when I was sick, I would never get well. They said that I wasn't ever going to be anything in life, but I can't never find they anymore. I can't even remember who they are. Watch out for they. Oh, boy, y'all got me cutting up today. I ain't got time to play with y'all. Listen, OT say aviation ratings. Wow, didn't know about that. AB, aviation, boat swan. Boats, something mate. Boat swan mate. AM, aviation structural mechanic. Wow, we learning MOSs. AD, aviation mechanic mate. Have you had any of these in the Navy? If you have, you need to write them down because OT is our in House encyclopedia for veteran benefits and stuff. You better listen. AO, Aviation Ordnance Maintenance. Charlton, do you fall anywhere under this here? AME, Aviation Structural Mechanic, Safety Equipment. Come on, fam. If you got any of these, you better get to work. You better look back over this video and give me some extra views. Well, hold on, H-Town. Why you out here worrying about that? Huh? H-Town need to be, I love the family. Listen, Rainbow say, I am on my cell phone and I can't see all the text, but you all are preaching. Look, my goal was always to bring competent people together. My goal was not for you to sit up and look at me and I'm telling you how great I am and I'm smart. And if you say anything that contradicts me, it hurts my ego. No, that ain't how we operate. Now, when y'all put the ed symbol, I'm going to let y'all talk to each other personally. I won't read. Now, listen to what Mr. Ray says. And that's as easy as I can say it. You say it easy, you can say it hard, but you're saying it truthful, because when we wasn't getting any information, they didn't have nothing to say. They was twiddling their thumbs. Now we're finding ways. You know, it's time that we do something for ourselves. We've been waiting all these years. They didn't say anything. We didn't know how to file a claim. They didn't say anything. We didn't know when to file a claim. They didn't say anything. We started getting things done. They like an old girlfriend or boyfriend. Hey, what's going on, big head? How long? Then you said you never want to see me again? You didn't. Nah, but you don't need to be dealing with they dirty macking now. That person, they not good for you. That claim shark gonna do this here. This person gonna do that. How long? You need a certified, accredited. We didn't know what accredited was. They never told us about accredited claims agents before. Did the VA ever tell you about it? Now all of a sudden they want to talk about accredited because so many unaccredited people are helping. Not saying that all of them doing the right thing, but I'm just saying a veteran got options, huh? Listen, sometimes we have a bad relationship with that VA. Bama say, how are you doing? Happy Father's Day. Happy first day of summer. And it is good to see you here always. Now listen what Mr. Ray says. Man, we got to talk about this. I'm yelling it because ain't nobody else telling it. In the words of my brother Jason, I just got my benefits in 2023 thanks to other service members that have YouTube channels. Hold on. So they didn't have to be accredited, Mr. Ray. Hold on. The VA didn't give you a step-by-step guide telling you how to get your benefits. They said, go, they're going to help you do that. Shouldn't they have all that information in the VA office on everything you need to do? Why did you have to go somewhere else? And now they dirty macking. You don't need to be talking to them. Well, you ain't treating me right. I'm going to go where I'm appreciated and celebrated. Well, they might want some money from you. Okay, I might be willing to play as long as they straight up front with me. Huh? Now, look, initial claim is okay for do-it-yourself. Now, listen to what OT says. Anything after that, you are better off with accredited help. Remember, the VA process is very complex process. But if you've been denied and they tell you what you did wrong, wouldn't it be easy for you to do it on your own if you know what they're asking for? OT is that M21-1. Now, let's see what the Sawtell Marine says. Boy, y'all, Phantom, we just cutting up in here tonight. Y'all, look, I'm going to finish all my slides, so y'all may not be able to stay here the whole time because I'm going to finish all these slides. I got 100-something slides, so we got to get to it, but I'm going to cover the information that you put on the screen because this channel is veteran-centered. This channel is all about you. You understand? You hear H-Town talking game. Now, listen, the Sawtell Marine says, my DAV VSO told me I was too old to be filing disability claims. Too old. I just ignored him and did my claim myself. Let me ask you a question. Did you ever go back and say something to him? Now listen to what Sailor Jack says. V1 fighting deck. Okay. See, this is helping other people in here. Now, when y'all talk straight to him. I may put it up, but I ain't gonna read it. Respect. Now listen to what Betty say. Sawtell Marine, 100% the VSO was no good. Put VSO in the chat if you've had a VSO that wasn't effective. If you've had a bad VSO, they may have meant well, but they wasn't competent in doing their job. Put VSO in the chat. I had one for a very short time, and I was my fault because I left my VSO because somebody told me to do it, and he was very competent. He got me to 100%. He got on my case when I left for a minute. I didn't know I was really leaving. Put VSO in the chat if you've had bad VSO. Now let's see what we got here. Look at that. H-Town had a bad VSO. Alaska Nights had a bad VSO. Jason had a bad VSO. Lil Rip had a bad VSO. Are we getting the pattern, family? That's why we getting here. We comparing notes. Can we compare notes? This is Father's Day. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? I'm celebrating it. To my knowledge, I have one child. Huh? I claim her in there. They say, well, mama's baby, daddy, maybe she might not be yours, but I've been feeding her long enough. She started looking like me. My daughter better not hear me talking like this. Listen, OT says, Lieutenant Dan, upset, I guess Airedale's didn't spend time cleaning skivvies in sinks. Yeah, if you don't know, he has a special problem with Navy personnel. He's in the Army, but Lieutenant Dan thinks that they don't properly wash their clothes. I mean, he said insulting things that was uncalled for, and I apologize to the Navy for that, but I had to play it, because it's part full disclosure. Now listen, the Sawtell Marine says, for MOS noise exposure, please Google the VA fast letter 10-35. Y'all better look this up, write it down, screenshot it. This is a list of MOSs that this is a list of MOSs with the probability of noise exposure. I wonder if Tank on them. And if you haven't had a chance, go over to our brother's channel. You're going to get it. Say, hey, sorry, I'm back. Hey, sorry, we here. Nothing to be sorry about. Listen, let me tell you something. Huh? Boom, nailed it in the room, family. J. Oliver say, why the VA doesn't employ a person to hold your hand to carry you through to 100%? Because it's not veteran friendly. Can I talk to you? I'm not gonna say no names, but I'm gonna tell you my blessing. Remember, I started off with a VA employee who helped me back in 2003 when I was denied, 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. And I was saying, hey, because it was for my fingers. I got my fingers. Sometimes I get aching. My fingers almost got them taken off because we was in the middle of a battle. And you know how you lifting them lids on them ammo cans? Well, we didn't have time. He's firing the main gun, and he has to have the M240 for the infantry. So I had to lift the thing up, and when I lifted, the tank cannon went up, and so the lid caught my hand like that. And I looked at him. I couldn't say nothing. I was so much pain. He knew it. If he'd have moved the wrong way, he'd have cut my fingers off. They went halfway through them. They still here. Okay? When I went there for that, they told me, no, you can't do nothing. I said, well, don't forget it then. I'm leaving. No. She grabbed my arm and said, you can't leave. I said, ma'am, you can't hold me here. You just told me y'all can't help me. I'm going to handle my own. No, you can't wait here. Wait for what? She put PTSD on the thing, and that was the beginning of it. That was a VA employee that's still there 20, almost 30 years. Then she helped me with another one that got me, said, I'm going to help you so you can get up to a certain percentage. Once you get there, I can't help you no more because they're going to start giving me problems. Did you hear what he told me? This is a VA employee. I'm going to help you get to 50 to 70. We're going to use this vehicle, but I'm going to help you. But after that, I can't help you no more. This is what he told me. Oh, boy, Jason, you would have gotten triggered, LOL. Yes, indeed. Man, family, we talking about this. And we're going to talk about it tonight. Listen what Jason says. My DAV VSO told me I could not file anything till after I retired did not know about that could file before. See, don't rely on other people to your detriment. If somebody tells you something, even a doctor, you got to get a second, third, fourth, and fifth opinion. Did you hear me? I got several voices in my head, but I get a consensus. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? Listen, don't ask me if I'm joking about that. Please don't ask me. Now listen, Betty say I was denied in 2010, and the rater said it was not in my service records. Okay, I found the information in my STRs service. Okay, SRTs. I don't know what SRTs. When I was in the service, I went to sick call. Okay, and complained when I was in service. Sometimes they go over everything, sometimes they don't. Don't take nobody's word for it. 5 no good and 1 good VSOs. So listen to what Alaskan Ice had bad VSO, Jason, Lil Rip. Now listen, Betty Bob say VSOs never asked me about my service connection. Wow. Jimmy Elmore say 5 no good, 1 good. Wow, this is sad. Boom Nelda say everybody show love to Boom Nelda. Glad you're here. No one will care more than you. Can't nobody care more than you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we talking about up in here. VSO, bad experience. And I remember you said you've had bad experience with lawyers too. Now, we have, J. Oliver says VSOs ran out of funding and stopped my case. Oh, I hate to hear that, J. Oliver. Boom said, good evening, Charlton. Good evening, family. Fighting a headache. So just listening a bit, then going to try to go to sleep. Do that. Everybody show love to Boom Nailed it. Okay, yes, indeed. Family, we here, family. Now listen, Betty said, happy Father's Day. Happy first day of summer. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is new beginnings with our claims. This is new beginnings for the summer. I'm cleaning our stuff out the house. My niece and they're cleaning out the computer room. I gave them computer room between their room. I mean, it's like I kind of had it like a storage room. And so they cleaned that out and they got 2 computers in there for their jobs and stuff. Now, most VA employees don't understand the process. Thank you, Betty. See, that's what it means to be kind to each other. Now, let's get back to it, family. We caught up in this thing. Yeah, we talked about doing it yourself. Now we're going to get into it. Now, let's get back. Now, we're not doing right now. We're going to get to it in a minute. But I want to ask you, not what was the main reason you filed a VA disability claim. Is this one of the reasons you filed a VA disability claim? Was one of the reasons you filed, putting one in the chat, if it was because of financial crisis? You know, that could be at the start of your claim, middle, or any claim. Have you ever filed a claim because you was in a financial bind? I have. I had a house note, car note. Have you ever filed a claim because you was in financial crisis? And that's not bad. Not saying that you didn't have the evidence, but you in a situation. I wasn't working. You know, I had to stop working because of my mental health under the advisement of my doctor at the VA. Here's the thing. My doctor did fill out a statement saying I was unemployable. So he didn't just leave me hanging, because I told him, I say, hey, I can't stop working. He said, listen, H-Town, you got to stop working. And I have house note, taxes, and everything. But I got to ask you a question. Did that doctor lie? What did that doctor, even though did he make sure everything was straight? Yes, he did. Thank you. Thank you, doctor. Dr. G, I'm going to call you. And his daddy was a doctor. And when I was in my worst, he was there for me. When I walk through with my daughter, I say, stop. You see that doctor right there? That's the man that helped save your daddy. That's the reason you blessed the way you are. Because all the stuff I had accomplished, he helped it keep going. I had base stuff on my own now. But, you know, we get in bad places, you know. Everybody show love to 66 love. So let's be honest now. Whew. And I didn't start. Remember, I was only at 50% when I stopped working. right? I was only 50%. So when I filed the next year, within 2 months, I got 70%. Huh? A month after I stopped working, I got 70%. I filed in like May, June, I got it. Huh? Then the next year, I got unemployability. 3-4 years after that, I got 100% permanent total. Come on now. Jimmy say, yes, I've been in a financial bind trying to do claims. Yes, indeed. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Betty's talking about, financial crisis. Financial crisis, financial tight situation. Alaskan Ice too. Betty Bob's, yes, a financial crisis. If you've ever had a claim that you needed the money because you was in a bind, because a lot of times our disabilities prevent us from working. Let's talk about it. One, but just inflation on Social Security. Well, whatever reason, they supposed to help you out. Listen what 66 Love say. Good evening, H-Town family, and happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, 66 Love. Yes, indeed. After I was denied TDIU. Okay. Oh, family, we doing this thing. Come on now, family, let's go. Now let's talk about the first one, the financial crisis. That's one of the reasons. Okay, now remember these reasons. Sometimes the money get tight. Huh? Come on now. Now listen to what Rainbow says. Yes, got to almost homeless. It got bad. Whoo! It got bad where I was having trouble paying my bills. Huh? Family, did you hear what I said? Come on now, the money get tight and basic needs have a problem meeting basic needs. Now let us know, family, here. Got to scratch where my back scratch at. I need that back scratcher. Listen, which one have you had that gave you the biggest problem? Was it your medications when you didn't have your VA disability and you were struggling to get it? Was it housing? Was it clothes? Or was it food? My big thing was housing. What basic need? I know you may have problems with your car or something else. The taxes was a beast. What was the biggest problem? Your basic need you had. Come on, let's talk about it. This gonna be housing for me. Lil Rip was housing. I thought I was gonna lose my home. Big Alaskan Ice said money was tight because they were playing games and I had to file over and over again. That's what the problem usually is. Listen what everybody said. I would say housing and food. My food got tight too. I ain't gonna lie. But we was eating some, you remember you used to eat them wish sandwich, 2 pieces of bread, and you wish you had some meat to put in it. Now listen, y'all know, us growing up in the hood and some poor people from poor areas. 66, all of the above. Also, I had a family to worry about. Man, this is hard. Come on now, y'all, to say housing was the biggest one, but you can put whatever one. Rainbow says medication, housing, and food. My Lord. My Lord. This is the financial crisis. But you needed that extra tax-free money that you've earned. All right? Are there programs at the VA when you're going through that, you should be able to go to your social worker and get help until the claim is approved. Am I right about it? Did y'all know that? You can go to you have a social worker over at the VA hospital. That if you connected with that should be able to help you. It was hard for me to get anything. And what did somebody say? I think it was you, wasn't it, Jason? The homeless. How many veterans go homeless because of these pressures? Not just the mental health, but they going through these changes and don't know how to deal with their mental health or the financial crisis. Listen to what Jason said. Housing, food. What's that say? I got to pull this up right here. Something to groceries at the dollar store, but garbage food. Yeah, you're not getting the right healthy food because you got to get that, that cheap food. I ain't gonna say so much cheap, but junk food. I didn't know that. Wow. What you didn't know? Yeah, you got a social worker. And if you getting some financial help, they should be able to help you. At the time, unfortunately, they said I made too much. So how they say I make too much if we I had too much? Yeah, because I'm living in a nice home and stuff. I wasn't giving my house up and stuff. My Social Security work reference to the food bank. My Social Security work. Oh yeah, so that does. Y'all didn't know about the social worker. Your VA, they supposed to help you. They got programs. I had to go back to work as a flight attendant. This is Betty, and survived it another 10 years. Oh Lord. See, I had no knowledge of all that back then. Information from the VA back then ain't like it is now. And it ain't too much hot now. It's kind of misinformation sometimes, but they getting better. Jason say they wonder why Americans are so fat, because we have to buy the cheaper food to live. How many of y'all, when you was going for your claim, could afford to go to Whole Foods? Come on, could you afford to go to these better, healthier food places? And you feeding kids, they need to be full fruit. They eat fruit. They gonna be hungry in 2-3 minutes. I got approved just before COVID, was working part-time. I thank Jesus, just before shutdown. Wow. I thank God for Jesus. Yes, indeed. Rainbow said, I am lucky. I grew up on a farm. They never ate hound the hog. So pickled pig feet was a meal. You know what's up. I grew up in the hood and we had pickled pig feet. And we still, family members still had barns and animals. We had animals. I lived 5 minutes from downtown, a drive. And we had animals and stuff. We used to slaughter goats, chickens, the whole process right there with chicken. Pop the head off, put them in hot water, pluck the feathers, put them over fire, sears the little fine feathers, then, gut them out, and then wash them off, and then you got a meal. What do they call in the South? What they call a chicken that's served up? It begin with an F. What they call it when you going to buy a whole chicken, it was called a what? See if anybody know. International flight attendants sound good. This is what Betty say. I was told to sell my car and get any benefits. Wow. That's crazy. Now listen what Jason said. Yeah, the help said go to the food bank, LOL. Say Whole Foods, that was a joke. Wow. Whole Foods ain't that much better either. It's all processed. I heard that. Local farmers are better. Yes, indeed. And if you go out there and pick stuff, they might give you a certain amount of the food. Beans and hot water cornbread. What y'all know about that hot water cornbread? Pinto beans, navy beans with a little bacon in it. Huh? Giallo, food bank, mortgage company, savings, church social workers, part-time shelter workers, and a something dietarian galore. I think that's that milk-like stuff. 66 is cornbread. And if you're not able to eat, let's say you got a house, but you ain't able to eat. Should the VA help you with that? They help homeless veterans. Watch something about skillet cornbread on the cast iron skillet. You would say, what? He said, okay. No, let's see, a little rib. Whole young chicken is a fryer. Did you grow up in the South? I ain't gonna ask you. The Southern Marine must have grew up in the South or Midwest somewhere. That's a fryer. That's exactly what it's called. Huh? It's called a fryer. What you know about the butter sandwich? I know about the butter sandwich, the sugar sandwich, the syrup sandwich. Did you hear what I said? We're talking about, as veterans, we go through financial stuff like everybody else, but they think we live high on the hog. Little Rip said, I'm keeping a cast iron on the bottom drawer of the stove because you can cook cast iron outside. Central Illinois, sir. I'll shut up. Now, understand, we talking about rural places. Don't just get fooled because you thinking Illinois, Chicago. No, they got a lot of So I'm quiet. Navy beans and grits. What you know about that? Navy bean soup over cornbread. Navy beans taste so good. Pork and beans I like too now. That government cheese, that when you make a grilled sandwich with that government cheese, does it ever burn? I found out it burns the bread up before it melts. Why? Because they said they had no oil in it. I wish somebody, oh, heck, I got a canister of bacon grease. What y'all know? We used to have the fish grease, the bacon grease, the bacon grease, all of them. Pinto beans and hot water cornbread. I hear you, Betty. Cheese sandwich. Not the bacon grease. We kept it in a mason jar. You know what I'm saying? Used to get that Lloyd because it was cheaper. Remember that white Lloyd, that Crisco? People don't understand what we come from. Veterans come from struggle background sometimes. And if you grew up and you wasn't a struggle like that, that's okay. We're not trying to make you feel bad on that. Now listen, veteran benefits. Listen, is something that can help with these economic problems. It can help you on the benefit side of the game and the healthcare side of the game. You can go to the VA hospital for healthcare because that's one of the main reasons people file bankruptcy is healthcare. You can go to VA clinics, and now community care is much more open. On the benefit side of the game, you got VA disability compensation, you got VA home loan, and the National Cemetery, which may not help you, but help your family in a transition if you pass away. I grew up in the South, or South, I guess you say South. Let's talk about it. These financial problems. Now listen, the issue with the VA, your financial struggle need to match what they give you or compensate you at the VA should match your needs. How do you feel about that? Do you think what the VA give you, and it's supposed to be based on your loss, should it match your needs? Because it's based on your functional loss with your life being able to produce income at the level of your job or what you qualified. I was an educator, so they didn't do it for a janitor for me, which is okay to be a janitor. They would have to do that. I wasn't an engineer, so they couldn't pay me at the engineer level. They had to pay me based on my functional loss. Your need, Your what they give you should match your needs. What the VA compensation and VA benefits should match your needs. I hope that makes sense. So let me ask y'all, I want to be honest. Is VA disability compensation enough to meet a veteran needs? If you didn't have no other benefits from the VA, would that be enough? No VA home loan, no special monthly compensation, no clothing allowance. Would you be able to make it just with the 100% or whatever percentage you got? Say for sure. My folks is on the scope. Yes, indeed. Oh, I need to pull that back up. Sometime I take it down. Now listen, given what's going on here, is this enough for you to make it on? If you were to get 100%, which is almost $4,000 a month tax-free, would that be enough to take care of you and your family? Come on, tell the truth. I'm talking about right there, $3,938.58. Is that enough alone for you to survive? Tell us. Alaskan Ice say no. Betty say no. Charlton say no. When the cost of living in different places is different, and inflation and the needs of your children as they grow up and your spouse, or you might go through a divorce, anything happens. Now listen, is this enough money for you to make it? Now listen to what our brothers say here. All right. Our brother 66 Love say it should match your needs to the T. If you're work and missing the overtime you could make and need because of the connected disability, your compensation should reflect that also. I agree. So Rainbow say that's not enough for them to make it. All right. Listen to what y'all are barely in today's economy. 4,000 ain't enough to make it, y'all saying. Okay. Whoo. Not in today's economy. Hell no, not today's prices. Yes. I leave with a little basket, not the big basket, HEB at the grocery store. $170 in that basket, and it wasn't all the way full. I ain't trying to discourage y'all. I'm telling you the truth. Don't say, just move to the Philippines. Oh, Lord, what I'm going to do about my house? What I'm going to do about my daughter, them? Carb Diem saying, good evening. Fam, no, it's not enough. Family, we going over all sacred cows tonight. Did you hear me? I got to turn this fan on. Uh-oh, that's going to raise the energy up. Huh? Oh, Lord. In this economy, I say no, folks paying mortgage prices for apartments now. Nope, that ain't enough money. What would you say to people that say y'all are ungrateful because they don't make that kind of money and they have to struggle through? What do you say when they say to us as veterans, $4,000 tax-free money? I wish I was getting that. Y'all are ungrateful, especially in California. That 100%, no way. I don't know how people with 100% make it there. So he say, DM say, why the Philippines? Say the rent house out there and living a good life. Yeah. Until they start, sometimes they start jacking up the prices the longer you stay. Some people end up coming back. If you get a good situation, you got to get in a good relationship with the locals because they will jack the prices up. Is $4,000, we're talking about why you filed your claim, VA disability claim. Many say the financial reason. Is $4,000 enough? $4,000 tax-free, enough money to survive as a veteran? Good evening, Dome. Congratulations. Happy summer. Solace yesterday. Zombies in the house. Zombie Blood say, hey, Betty. Yes, indeed. They showing love. Go to boot camp and serve a contract. Yes, evening, Betty. Come on now. Everybody show love to Dome and to Zombie Blood. So glad to see you. They didn't step up, put their lives on the line, and serve our country. That's what I would tell them. Because some people would say we're ungrateful. I've been criticized for getting some of the VA benefits and the state giving me to be able to go to school. And I say, well, they don't pay for my books. And somebody heard that. I wasn't even talking to them. I was talking to another veteran. They say, you ought to be grateful. Now, I had to pay for my books and my tuition. I'm like, I'm like, they was in my conversation. I'm like, why are you ridiculing me? I'm just saying that it would help because the books were almost $500. I don't know, just attacking me. It was a state veteran program, though. They don't understand that what vets had to go through. No, they don't. He said, LOL, yes, indeed. Zombie, listen, when y'all can make it by every once in a while, come on through because I miss y'all. Now listen, Betty, listen to what Lil Rip says. Philippines is cheaper. I have a few friends that stayed there after they retired. They stay in Palawan or El Nido. Let me ask you this here. Should we as veterans have to leave our country to be able to survive? Do the Congress people and senators have to leave the country to survive? Why are we being taken care of, family, if we got to? Because some of us still struggle financially. Money get tight. Let me ask you, if the money get tight, sometime, even now, if you got your benefit, do the money get tight? I'm going to let you know. Sometime the money get tight. Even now, and I ain't no reckless spender. Do the money get tight? Philippines have a VA hospital. Living overseas is fine until you need medical. Let me tell you something. You better listen to him. You better listen to the Salto Marine if you haven't had a chance. How I keep promoting this man channel. If you haven't had a chance, this is a promo. Go over to the Salto Marine. We trying to get him to 20,000 subscribers and more because you want valid voices speaking for you. You understand? Uncompromising voices speaking for you. Listen to me. When you medical, they ain't gonna that's when you get in the bind. Everybody that's over there, the first thing they say when it's time for medical, if you can make it to the VA hospital, what if you can't? Because remember, the VA hospital is in one place. You may be out in the countryside. Let's talk about it. And they gonna make you pay. Yes. Ooh, Lord. Yes. Even now it's tight. Everything is expensive. Right now it's tight for H-Town. Families, I know. And listen to what San Diego Marines say, even in veteran family, even when we try, as soon as we get a back pay, we got to spend the money to catch up on stuff we need to catch up on or look out for our family. Come on now. Is it a solution? We're going to do a live stream on it. Is leaving the country, going to another country that is cheaper to live, is that the solution? Because you can get caught up in that trick bag with medical. If you're not living right by that VA hospital, and you better make sure, they retired military, I meant to say. Okay, yes. Happy Father's Day, brothers. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, San Diego Marine. Philippines have an outpatient clinic. They only attend to service-connected conditions. Now that's, I forgot to say that. Listen. Here, you can get treated for all your conditions. I can get treated for service-connected, non-service-connected. My dental is not connected. My back is not connected. Lower back hurts sometimes. So it's only for my PTSD that they'll do it. I'm in trouble. Yes, indeed. Please watch the disclaimers, the decorum. Yes, indeed. Logic, yes, but only service-connected care. Wow. Now, FMC only covers service-connected conditions. This is messed up, man. Man, listen here. Now I'm triggered. Now I'm going to tell you something, Charlton. I came here and triggered you. Now y'all triggering me. I want to go home. I want to take my big boy nap. So I wanted to move overseas. Be honest with you, I want to move somewhere in Africa somewhere and give me 3 wives. It's legal. Now I got to worry about health care. I don't know if they have a VA hospital in any of the African countries I thought about going, or if I went to the Philippines. They only cover service. Can you get better health care outside the United States? I think Betty Bob sent me an article, or was it you, Alaska Nice, about these national programs. We're going to have to go over that. Y'all told me about it. I'm sorry, and I was looking at it. I was developing a live stream, but it never got through with it. It ain't just us, H-Town. A lot of folks are finding better living conditions on fixed income in other countries. Folks would be amazed by how far a couple of grand a month goes in those places. And I look at the people that say, some of them say they kind of stuck over there too. And let me tell you why I say that. Once you stay over, let's say if you want to come back, you can sold your house, most likely. You can sold your car. You come back, everything more expensive. That's what they say. Not saying you can't live good over there, but what if I want to come back home? Rainbow say, if you visit the Saltillo Marine, you can see him wearing his own merch. Yes, indeed. Now listen. Hello, Hollywood. Happy Father's Day and happy summer solace. No, it's not a solution. It's an actual trap. Now we're going to have to do a live stream on this. I shouldn't have said it because not other people going to come out there. Other channels going to be trying to copy, right? Now, the people that need to do it, me, Salto Marine, you need to do one too. I ain't going to say I'm a cheat sheet off of you. Now, I have to do your research when it comes to medical. Yet there are affordable private insurance policies in some of these countries, some of these other countries. Okay, y'all laughing. Am I cutting up over here? My daughter says every time she get on, I'm cutting up. Now, healthcare is so cheap in other countries, you may not need VA. Whoo, I wish that was the case. Y'all giving me different opinions on this. See, are we slow walking this thing? Okay, go tell it to Pastor Dougie H-Town. I ain't messing with it. Now, H-Town, it's okay for ignoring or ignore my love for you. Nah, yeah, we ain't gonna ignore it. We love you. We did I miss something you said? Nah, we number love. Now listen what OT says. Yes, depends on which country you go. Philippines is bad when it comes to healthcare, and it's costs you a lot of money. Now listen, LOL Town, you got needs. You're gonna need more than healthcare if you marry the 3 wives. I know. I want to get a compound though. I'm gonna get a compound, huh? My daughter ain't gonna come over there. She ain't flying with that. She says she don't want no more brothers and sisters. Now listen, I want to carry my legacy on. Now I'm gonna. I didn't let that go. The old Salter Marine says very good retirement plan video. Yeah, we need to know about that one. Let us know which one that one is. Pastor Dougie should provide overseas health care. Yes, he should. For himself, he probably do it. Pure condolences, but conveniences. Pure conveniences, but I made several videos about I forget what that word is. Something about vet living overseas that will drop soon. Please go over there and check it out. Like I say, with my brother here, I got love for my brother, so I promote him because he promotes me. Understand? I got number love. This man tells me what to do. He gives me whole. I was embarrassed because I didn't understand how the monetization works. He gave me so much information. I got scared. Lord, I had to do it step by step. And I'm almost done, brother. And I want to ask him other stuff, but I don't want to hold him up. Lil Rip, LOL, you say H-Town's a player. I don't know what you're talking about. And thank you for the donation. Thanks, family. Peterson, he throw in a $1.99 donation in the super chat. We thank you so much. I don't know nothing about no player. I want to get down to my player weight, but not back to my player ways. I am a reformed man. Huh? You're going to catch me going to Bible study on Wednesday. Listen, and some going to follow me over here. When I was in Colombia, the VA, they only covered what your disabilities are, no more. So meaning they don't have a VA in Colombia, but they have a program, and it takes a while. You got to pay out of pocket first, I think. Dome say H-Town cutting up today. Yes, I am. I'm cutting up. I don't know, Father's Day. Now, I've read articles that says $4,000 a month gets you a very nice apartment or villa, a maid, a couple of days a week, a personal driver, and more. Man, that sounds good, family. I ain't gonna lie. Now, listen, Jason said, you're going to invite Pastor Dougie going to be a preacher in your compound. Are we gonna be turned into a cult? If I invite him over there and I got all these wives, is that gonna be a cult? But it's gonna be legal where I'm at now. You can't judge me if it's legal. Now, which one of them can I put on my benefits? Can I put all 3 wives on my VA benefits? Now, I know better, but Charleston, he not playing. He just crushed a lot. He not a player. He just crushed a lot. Shout out to Big Pond. Now, Betty says, H-Town, you still not at player weight yet. No, I need about 25, 30 more pounds. I lost about 20-something pounds, fam. We're at 66. He said, nope, not out-of-pocket payment. Okay, no out-of-pocket payment. We're going to have to get on this here. Y'all going to send me some information about this. And Salto Marine going to have some videos dropping, and we're going to discuss it. We're going to, if he let me pull up some of the videos when he get them, we're going to talk about him here. He been nice with me, so we, but I won't show respect. It's the FMP Foreign Medical Program. You have to put up the bill and file for reimbursement back in the States. Wow. No, not in Cumberland. There's no VA. Now let's get back to it, family. Let's get y'all doing good. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. We talking about some stuff. So then clothing allowance. Does that help? Does the clothing allowance help you with your financial crisis? Because buying clothes, damaging clothes because of your braces that you got on, some of the creams and other ointments that you use that the VA approve of, that clothing allowance, even though it's once a year, is help. You can get multiple. Say yes, okay. Does that clothing allowance help? Is an extra $1,053.19 good? And if anybody in here got a clothing allowance, put clothes emoji in the chat. Anybody in here, you supposed to do it August 1st. Anybody in here got a clothing allowance? Put a Y for yes or a clothing emoji in the chat. I don't. You need to get approved for it first. And then, yeah, you got to get approved first through the VHA, right? Through the VA hospital and prosthetics. Where you go to do that at? Come on now. See, we talking about friends. Okay, yes, okay. All right. You got a clothing allowance, let us know. Now, other ways you can make extra money, not just clothing allowance, because we say the VA benefits ain't enough. Say yes, you get a clothing allowance. Good. Yes, it's with the VHA, the Veteran Healthcare Program. Think it's in prosthetics. If you have certain conditions that require extra attendance, you can also get SMCK or Special Monthly Compensation, different letters and a half too. Come on now, are we talking about this? Betty say clothing allowance is $1,053.19. August 2026, you must be approved through the VA. Let me ask you, is that tax-free money too? Is that amount tax-free? And try to get special monthly compensation if the VA benefits ain't enough. Because let me ask y'all, now I'm getting messy. We through with number one, but I'm about to get messy. If you need to get, okay, say no. Not tax-free. Now, are you willing to get a non-accredited person to help you if money get tight and you trying to get these benefits? Are you willing to put some of your savings up or take out on a credit card to get your VA disability benefits if a claims company has helped other people get their benefits? Is the juice worth the squeeze? If it hit your pocket, you might have to pay 2 times your back pay. Are you willing to do that? Some people are. Yes, it is tax-free. Okay. I filed for clothing allowance. Okay. Let me know. Let us know if you get it approved. Would you be willing to go outside of the VSO process, outside of the lawyers, and get someone unaccredited to help you win your claim if money gets tight? Let us know. Yes or no. Now, we talked about the first one, financial. The next reason people file for VA claims, okay, put 2 in the chat if the reason you file for a VA claim, any of them, either for an increase or initial claim, if you did it because you needed benefits for your family, you need to be able to take care of your family. Put 2 in the chat. Put 2 in the chat. I needed to help my family. I had a daughter and a family, and so I needed that. Yes, indeed. Now listen what it say. Say yes. Okay. Say I paid out of pocket for private Nexus letter and considered them good investments. Okay. You didn't. Some people. How do you know when it's a good investment or a sham? No, sir. I will not. You say you will not. I said stuff. What was I talking about? 2. He said he will not use no claim shuck. Okay. He got real indignant about that. He said, I will not. No, sir, Mr. H-Town. 2, whoever, when you file claims, you need benefits for your family. I needed educational benefits for my daughter, healthcare benefits for my daughter. That's why I wanted to be permanent total. So did Jimmy. He needed benefits for his family. So did 66 Love, benefits for their family. Betty wanted benefits for her family. Alaskan Ice, benefits for her family. This is another reason. San Diego Marine, benefits for the family. Real talk. Now, family, we just Salto Marine, benefits for their family. That's the second reason. Financial is the main one for me. You know, then I need the benefits for the family. OT, benefits for the family, for what we call dependents. Listen, everybody show love. OT say yes for the family. So faithful hubby 2002 says yes too. Needed dependence for the family. So did Little Rip. Now let's go back. Everybody show love to faithful hubby. I lost my job, 6 figures, and was literally homeless with a new wife from overseas. I found out I could claim my disabilities. So I did. 8 months later, 100%, and didn't unalive myself. Do y'all understand how serious this thing is? We can get up so much hope, we can contemplate taking our own lives. And I ain't gonna say I haven't been there. Okay, now listen. Betty says, hello, faithful hubby. Happy Father's Day and happy summer. Yes, indeed. Everybody showing love. Show love and blessings because they didn't give up. And I'm glad you here. I'm glad you didn't, you know, because those type of conditions are permanent. Problems will go away, but sometimes we feel like they won't. Come on now. Dependence. We think about the dependence. Now, dependent is the VA word for a family member, a qualifying family member, okay? What type of benefits you get for them? Where do you get added at 30%? Now, if you added your dependents, come on, be honest, when you got 30% or higher, when you first got it, if you added your dependents, put 30% in the chat. You might have done it, you might have got 60 at the beginning. Or if you didn't, say no, you forgot or you didn't know you could. Put 30% in the chat. If as soon as you got your, what you call them, as soon as you got where you could qualify for them, 30%. I did. My first rating was 50%, and I filed. Put 30% in the chat. As soon as you were able to qualify for dependents, you file for them. Let us know. Now listen to what 66 Love say. I am not 100% and continue to work. The finance from the VA has been a major help. Plus, I was owed it. Yes, indeed. I held up my part of the contract and took me years to ask them for help. Come on now. Put no if you didn't know you could add your dependents or you didn't add them right away. I added mine right away when I got over 30%. Put 30% in that. Jimmy Elmore did. So did the Salto Marine. So did Betty. So did 66 Love. So do it as soon as possible, please, so you can lock that in. Yes, indeed. Now let's see. 30% is the rated needed to add dependents. I provided before any stinking VA claim. Okay. Now let's talk about it. Dependents are important. Some people do it for dependents. You get extra money and it's tax-free money. It's added onto your check. It don't go directly to your dependents, okay? Who is a dependent? Who is a qualifying dependent? If I miss any in here, let me know. That could be a spouse, legally married to, okay? Only one, children, minor children, or you have a helpless child who has some type of disability that keeps them from being able to operate or function on their own. But this had how do you say, came about before they turn 18. They could be 30, 40 years old, but they can be, you got to show some disability happen. Stepchildren, be very careful with stepchildren, especially when it comes to 100% Chapter 35 educational benefit. We're going to talk about that. And dependent parents. I don't think the dependent parents can get the educational benefits. I don't know if they can get the Champ VA healthcare. Do you know Salty or Marina, anybody else? Can they get the parents? One of my dependents only took 2 weeks and my other dependent 6 months. Now let me ask you, how many dependents do you have? I'm about to talk about stepchildren. How many dependents have you had since you had your benefits? Some came on, some came off. I've had, I think I've had 2 with my ex. So I've had 2 overall. But when I broke up with my ex, she came off. Can a stepchild be a dependent? Yes. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can be on your benefits. Yes, they can. Don't do stepchildren ever. Now that's a key thing. You got to be careful doing stepchildren. Let me tell you why. Your child, listen to what I'm saying. Some people, I ain't saying don't do them. It's probably a good thing. Listen, for those that do it, but you got to be careful. Let me explain why. If you have them on them educational benefits, Cap 35, and you and the spouse break up that you had a stepchild with, they'll try to make you pay that money back. I've seen it happen several times for that child. If it's your child, you break up with the mother or not with the mother, it don't matter if it's your biological child. You got to be very careful. You listen to me? Because they're going to ask you, do they stay in your house half the time? Or do you provide for them? You don't have to provide for your biological children. The VA don't ask you that. Ask me how I know this. How many dependents you got? I got 2. H-Town Loud. I had 2. I got 1 now. You've had 4. 66 Love. Mr. Ray, why? Bad experience? He may not want to say it. Listen. San Diego Marine, 3 dependents. Jimmy Elmore say 3 dependents. San Diego Marine say 4 dependents. Now would you count it? Betty say 1 dependent. Come on now. You better be careful who you put on that dependent list they saying. Now, this is what I'm saying. So the health care comes automatically. This, your children, your biological children, or whether they special needs or not, adopted children are covered, stepchildren are covered. Okay, but when they stop, if you break up with them, their mom or dad, and they're not living with you no more, you better be very careful with those stepchildren. Don't ever be a step dummy. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Now listen. But if you do become a step parent, know to be very careful about, because the VA try to be funny and slick with that. They're supposed to provide the same benefit for the stepchildren. So health care you can get for your dependents. That's one of the reasons I did it, because I was unemployable, but my daughter was like 12 or 13, and I want to make sure that I had health care for. Permanent Total got me that. And it's for dependents only, not for the veteran, unless your spouse is 100% permanent total. Not for the veteran. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. What about educational things? That's the one we're talking about. Chapter 35. This is what they pay. If a child or child or your dependent spouse go, and it gets tricky, are you listening to me? Now, your spouse can do things that your children can't. Did you hear what I said? Your spouse could take what do you call them courses? They can take them distant learning courses. Your children cannot. Go look up and see what I'm saying. Read that book. And the spouse, if you divorce them, their benefit cut off 12 midnight of the day of the divorce. That is a final. Now listen, some of these sailors are lying about the number of dependents, especially those that are several West packs. Okay, yeah, that can be very, and they'll make you pay all that back. That's fraud. Mr. Ray say, give their biological children an opportunity to provide their own children, child children, the education and support they need. I can't speak against everybody title opinion. I can't speak nothing against that. Now listen, but if you have stepchildren, you take care of them, you'll be blessed in their life. But I gotta respect everybody's position. Now the way to qualify, you got to be 100% PNT or TDIU for Chapter VA or Chapter 35 educational benefits, and it's a tax-free benefit that goes directly to your spouse, directly to your dependent children. You don't get the money, and on top of that, that stipend you get after you 30%, you don't get it no more once they start getting this. Did you know that? So don't be greedy and mess up the child's what they're doing for a little extra money, and because that's their right to have. And they have to fill out a school certification for the CHAMP VA and the Chapter 35 education benefits, and they can use these benefits between the ages of 18 and 23. My daughter skipped the grade, so she went in at 17. This is all good, okay? She used up all her benefits. And I want to ask you about this, Mr. Ray, and the rest of y'all. Y'all tell me, what about these military ID cards for them to be able to go on the base? Because if your children go up there and cut up or take a friend and steal something, you will be the one responsible, liable for it. I heard something outside my window. Huh? How you feel about that? Would you think you trust the young people to go on the base by themselves once they turn 18? But if they steal anything, remember it's a privileged card. So this is another thing that will help your dependents. If you have military bases in the area, they can go to the commissary and exchange. Now, another benefit for your family is dependency indemnity compensation, monthly payment $1,699.36 if the veteran passed away. If the veteran was 100%, they were married for at least a year. The veteran was 100%, and that 100% for at least 10 years. Now, the other way, if the veteran died of a service-connected disability, it don't matter what the rating is. And I think they still had to be married at least 1 year. Okay? Service connection. So this is what you want to do on that death certificate. They may not directly die from the condition, but it might be a secondary cause. So you need them to put that on there so you can get it. So if they died of sleep apnea, but it's something related to breathing in the heart, you can connect it back to the sleep apnea. That's service connected. Are you listening to me? Are we breaking it down here? Now listen. Oh, okay. Let me see. I missed y'all little statements. Let me see what y'all say. Give the biological parent the opportunity to provide their own children. Yeah, I respect that. Children education and support their needs. Yes, indeed. Now, understand, this is different from what I'm about to talk about. So this is another reason why people file claims, because to get stuff where their dependents can be taken care of if they're here or not here. Now let's talk about it. Claim substitution. Who knows about claim substitution? If the veteran passed away, a qualifying dependent can be substituted into the claim if the claim was ongoing or on appeal when the veteran passes away. Because they told y'all, no, you can't, once the veteran died, the claim died with them. No, not if they have qualifying dependents. And what would they get? Well, if they get substituted in the claim, if the veteran, let's say, receives anything under 100%, you listening? Anything under 100% permanent total, they're most likely just going to get the back pay. They call it the something pay. What did I tell y'all the name of it? It's a name of it. It's called the certain kind of money, but you're getting the back pay. Anywhere from 10 to 90% of unemployability. Claim substitution. So the family member or dependent, qualifying dependent, if once the veteran passes away, they can be substituted into the claim. They like the backup, okay? Come on now. What is claim substitution? They substituted the husband or the wife. The children could be substituted in also. Number 3, now don't lie. Was getting 100% permanent total one of your main motivations for filing a claim? Put it in there. Put 3 in the chat if one of your main motivations was getting 100% P&T. Come on, tell the truth. Come on, let's talk about it. Was that one of your main reasons? We hear about it everywhere. 100%. We can get you 100%. We can get you 100% for migraines. You can't get 100% for migraines. Was that, come on, tell the truth. At some point, was 100%, yes, for H-Town, at some point, 100% permanent total was my target. Tell the truth. Whether you dare or not, let us know. Has that ever been one of your goals? San Diego Marine says, yeah, 100% permanent total has been a goal. In fact, when I file a claim. Betty say, yes, 100% permanent total. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Alaska Knight say 100% permanent total. There should be no shame in our game, what we doing. If you qualify and your disability shows that you got the evidence, you're supposed to get it. Sometimes more than one time over. Some of you are more than 100%. Some of you are 200% when it comes to ratings, but they only pay you at 100 unless you get special monthly compensation. So now let's deal with this thing of this has always been chaos. Can you work and be disabled, especially 100% permanent total? Work and disability, always some drama behind that. Can I work? Come on, fam. Can you be 100% permanent total static and work? Let us know in the chat, family. Let us know. Let us know. Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Can you work a full-time job and be 100% permanent total? Alaska Knight says yes. Rainbow says, actually, no, I just want to be properly rated for all the efforts of Pooh. And I have to go, though, and the botches are still effing over me. Yeah. Yes, okay. That's what the law says. Yes, yes. Everybody's saying yes. Yes, except TDIU or IA. Okay. All right. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We ain't going to just talk about it. We're going to let the person that works for the VA and goes before Congress say whether that's the case or not. Are y'all ready for this? Miss Tan, the Department of Veteran Affairs. She said this back 5 months. Let's see what she says about the situation. Beautiful woman. I shouldn't be looking, but beautiful woman. Yes, indeed. Listen, I want to husband mad at me. Listen. Now listen to what she says. And we have Senator Schiff kind of grilling her. He's want to understand about this working and all this is going to trigger me. Oh, I don't want to trigger all my Navy people tonight. Fair use. I don't have my fair use slide today. Fair use, family, fair use. There we go. Let's see. Now listen, she answers honest. Now, we know it's the truth because she said it before Congress. Let's see what she says. Can a veteran work with 100% permanent total rating? And what ratings can they not work with? Or is there restrictions? Let's talk about it. Let me know. Put speakers in the chat if you can hear, okay?
Doing. This seems to me to be part of the crux of what we're asking here.
So part of our evaluations, we look at.
Tell me if you can hear that. I'm going to let it play a little bit so you can hear what she's saying, so it'll make sense. Can you hear that? Okay. Betty say speakers. Okay, good, good, good. Family, let's see what they're saying here.
Veterans that are employed, most veterans that we serve.
Across the VA.
So are you referring to our disability that will be?
I'm going to start right here.
If not,
Is there a timeline for VA to develop such a plan?
So we do have a plan for the first iteration, which is coming to a close, as I mentioned before. And we are working on what that project management plan for the next iteration will look like so that we do have schedules, milestones, and things like that to measure our progress and to make sure that we are following good project management principles for our future updates.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back the balance of my time.
Now listen
Ma'am.
what Congressman
Sir,
Chef
you're
say.
recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've just got some, some probably easy questions to answer. Why sleep apnea?
Oh, Lord.
This
Give me a second.
game
All right. Why sleep apnea? Give me a second, fam. All right. You know how those commercials go. He said, why sleep apnea? And he's going to get into whether you can work with 100% rating. She's going to respond to whether you can work with 100% rating. Don't listen to my words. Listen to hers.
Military related?
So it can be, and for VA disability,
Now listen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Self, sir, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've just got some, some probably easy questions to answer.
He's a little smart alecky in my opinion. Kind of got a little attitude with it, like he's been sarcastic or something. But it's good that he raised the question.
Why sleep apnea? Is that military related?
so it can be, and for VA disability purposes, we look at disabilities that were incurred in or caused by or aggravated by military service. So if something started during military,
Okay, so let me raise it up where y'all can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Self, sir, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've just got some, some probably easy questions to answer. Why sleep apnea? Is that military related?
so it can be, and for VA disability purposes, we look at disabilities that were incurred in or caused by or aggravated by military service. So if something started during military service, then we have a responsibility according to the law to service connect sleep apnea for any residual disability based upon that.
Really?
Really?
Okay. How much of this, and I realize this is not VISN driven, but how much of this is customization that's allowed amongst the different contractors? How much of that,
Customization. What is this man talking about?
because we see that, I see that often, we allow too much customization across the VA.
So are you referring to our disability benefits?
Yeah,
question? So we have criteria which must be supported by clinical findings and medical evidence. That is
how much
one
of that
piece
is
evidence.
customizable?
So we do cut down on areas of free text, but we do need the doctor's observations. So we do, but we use testing, we use clinical criteria, and we look at the entire disability record, and we don't rest anything on just one single piece of evidence.
There's a statement in here that more veterans are relying on disability. Is that actually true, or is that, do we see a growth in this?
I don't have any evidence to support that more veterans are relying on this benefit. We do have veterans that are employed. Most veterans that we serve are actually employed in.
Did you hear that? So most veterans that have some type of VA disability rating is employed. So that's the first statement she's putting out there. And what she's saying is accurate because I haven't heard nobody come back and said anything different. So most disabled veterans are employed. All right, that's one thing we got clear. Y'all ready for some more? Let's say the only customization we as veterans see is raise approaching claims differently.
Some part and gainfully employed in many situations.
And would you just give me, and you may have already covered this, and you probably have, and I apologize if you have, give me a short dissertation on impairment, disability versus financial inability to earn.
So now disability based on inability to earn. So he's trying to be slick, saying, if you're making the money, I gotta hear this. This is a slickster here. In my opinion, y'all might like him. I just say, hold on, let me tell you. This is what this guy say. Listen to what he says.
Veterans that are employed, most veterans that we serve are actually employed in some part and gainfully employed in many situations.
Gainfully employed.
And would you just give me, and you may have already covered this, and you probably have,
And gainful is like full employment, making enough on a job to sustain themselves. So they thinking, well, if they got a full-time job and they making enough gainful employment, why they need VA disability is what he want to say.
I apologize if you have, give me a short dissertation on impairment, disability versus financial inability to earn. Why that distinction, and how's that working in all of this this review that you're doing? This seems to me to be part of the crux of what we're asking here.
So part of our evaluations, we look at occupational impairment and functional loss. And so I think when in VA terms, when we look at things like TDIU, which I'm sure you're familiar with, when we find veterans who are unemployable because of service-connected disabilities, if they don't meet that criteria.
That's what the Saltillo Marine said earlier. So if you don't meet the criteria, except TDIU. So listen, that's what she's saying. You have TDIU, there will be some type of work restriction because it's based on you not being able to work. Huh? Tic-tac-toe idiot. He over there scratching with that pencil. Are you being a meanie, Charlton? Listen, let's listen.
Otherwise, then we have benefits in store for that. But you could very easily have an 100% service-connected disabled veteran who is able to work.
And when she's talking about 100% disabled veteran, she's talking about 100% permanent and total that's able to work. Did she just say it? Did she just say it? Now that's sad. The scary part, no, he has not done his research. And he's making law changes. He's putting pressure on people to change the laws against us, and he don't know the law that's on the books. Him and other ones in Congress and Senate. Or if they know the laws, they don't want us to benefit from it. They don't want us working a full-time job and able to make $4,000 or more a month on VA disability compensation. It's based on what they owe us, not based on whether we work or not, if it's 100% permanent total. Even with TDIU and IU, supposedly you can work if you get it afterward, but there are work restrictions. Let's talk about what she said here. Let's see what she said again. One more again. Come on now, she said it. Listen.
Distinction, and how's that working in all of this this review that you're doing? This seems to me to be part of the crux of what we're asking here.
So part of our evaluations, we look at occupational impairment and functional loss. And
that's
so
TDIU.
I think when in VA terms, when we look at things like TDIU, which I'm sure you're familiar with, when we find veterans who are unemployable because of service-connected disabilities, if they don't meet that criteria, otherwise, then we have benefits in store for that. But you could very easily have an 100% service-connected disabled veteran who is able to work.
That's TDI. That is 100% permanent total. You're 100% and you can work a full-time job with no restrictions if you're 100% permanent total in almost all situations.
For us, and disability and 100% evaluation does not mean unable to work in many situations.
Huh? Did she checkmate it? Is there anything that's not clear? Why don't the congressman, if he's working on these hearings for veterans, know this? He's putting us under stress, and they got us so confused. We didn't know what to believe. were many days that I was in another country and could not fly with the crew. I had to go to the emergency room for my migraines and get a doctor's note for the day off. Do you understand? Come on now, let's talk.
So disability compensation does not mean that a veteran cannot earn wages, that they are unemployable.
So if you got 100% permanent total, don't mean you can't earn wages. You can get that full money and from the VA and work.
It means that based off the residual impairment, VA finds them to be 100% disabled because of the severity of their disabilities.
Boom! Checkmate. Anybody disagree with what she said? You can, well, she just said it before Congress. Ain't nobody stopped and corrected her. I watched this whole video. Ain't nobody said nothing about she was wrong. She said it. They were quiet as a church mouse. You could hear, as we would say in the South, a rat pee on cotton. Is this guy, Congressman Shelf, a veteran? I have no idea.
Right, and how are you going to apply either one of those really to mental health, which is a growth industry, as we know?
So now he flipped over to mental health and trying to get, you feel 100% that you shouldn't be able to work, anything he can get to cut it. Now, I rest my case on that. Is anybody not clear that now that you can work, whether or not you can work with 100% permanent total rate? Anybody not clear about that? Are we clear? Put the word clear in the chat. If you clear that you can work, can I work with 100% permanent total? Yes, you can. Is that clear? Put clear in the chat. And if it's not clear, let us know. Is it clear that you can work with 100% permanent total rating? Now, the Congress lady said this 5 months ago. We went over there. Is it clear? Come on now. Go back and play this. Look at it. Is it clear? Because they don't tell us straight up. They act like we can't. Is it clear? Please let us know. East Boogie say it's clear. Somebody put show love to East Boogie in the chat. It's clear. I need to know if it's clear, family. I'm not going nowhere until y'all let me know it's clear. Lil Rip say it's clear. I need to know if it's clear. Rainbow say it is clear. I'm going to get to your other comments, but I need the answer. San Diego Marine say it's crystal clear. Don't you let nobody stress you out about being 100% permanent total and working. You ain't got to tell the VA nothing. This is not TDIU or IU. Now, we're going to talk about that. That's different. That's based on being unemployable. But 100% permanent total, no, clear. Now listen to Charles say, of course, Baldy slipped to mental health. He's dragging every veteran. Crystal clear. Yeah, he couldn't win one way. She checked him. Now listen. Ask him, would he hire a veteran with serious mental health conditions? Remember, oh boy, that's a real thing. So, and a lot of us got mental health conditions. Now listen to what Betty say. For days off, now companies did give me per diem, put me on reserve, a flight with the next crew next week. Thanks God, my company understood that I was a veteran and still could work. Why can't Congress see that? If your company could see that, Charlton, Sister Betty Bobs, why couldn't this Congressman Shelf, like on a shelf, look like he on a shelf? Is this guy a veteran? I don't know. I should have did my due diligence. I don't know. Right, Charles? Of course. I read that one. So we can work. So it's clear to everybody. Mr. Clean should focus on making products for the household. Y'all ain't showing him no mercy. Y'all don't understand why he want to be tight. Look, very easily, if a veteran is making $4,000 and we've got dependents, $4,000, $300, $400, $500 a month, and you got a job where you making another 46,000 a month, you could be getting 10 G's. Huh? Lieutenant Dan would not accept that. Mr. Clean. I'm trying to, Charlton, I'm trying not to laugh, be perfect. They don't want too simple. They don't want it's too simple. Did she make it clear? He couldn't say nothing. So he tried to attack people with mental health. Yes, you can work with 100% permanent total rating. There's no restriction on it. Even if you got it for mental health. However, watch our video. They can, if they find out, how would they, unless you bumping your gums, because they can't follow you. If you're 100% permanent total for a mental health condition, they can't mess with you. But because the rating criteria says it's based on being total occupational and functional disabled, if they find out, they can use that to try to reduce you. Okay? But they can't, it's not illegal for you to work, but they can use it to try to reduce you. Say, hey, you said you were disoriented, but you're driving trucks. How you disoriented? That's why you got your 100%, because your mental health symptom was being disoriented, but you're able to drive through the mountains. Come on now. Let's talk about it. You can work a full-time job. Lieutenant Dan is taking the money and still working. So why can't other veterans? Right, because he speaks what they want to hear. They're giving him a pass because he talks against veterans. Are you willing to talk against veterans to be on their good side? They'll give you a plush deal too, if they have a place for you. But when they, as a tool, when they get through with their tools, they break them. Now, it's sad because Lieutenant Dan has no credibility. We talking about Lieutenant Dave, we call Lieutenant Dan. The lady respond well, yes indeed. And it took courage for her to do that. So you can work a full-time job, 100% permanent total, no work limits, family, none. Huh? H-Town telling you that she told you, whether it's a physical disability, as long as you're able to do the job and they make the proper, they're willing to make the accommodations for you to do the job. If you're paralyzed or whatever, even mental health, I know people make Halliburton making good money. They just have them working by themselves. 100% for PTSD. Get around somebody, it might get bad. Yes, you can work. Now we can put that to rest. And 100%, a lot of times, because we talk about people motivation for getting a claim is getting 100% permanent total, because it's the rating with the most protections and the least restrictions. Huh? No work restrictions. The most protections with the least restrictions. But then it becomes solid when you get the 20-year rule with the 100% permanent total. You locked in, you understand? As long as you didn't commit fraud. And there are certain state benefits that come into play. And in Texas, you get a total tax exemption if you're 100% or IU or TDIU too. Now, and free education for my daughter too. Now listen, another reason people file VA claims is because they stopped working. They wasn't able to work. Who in here put 4 in the chat if you filed a VA claim because you wasn't able to work or you had stopped working, you didn't have a job for whatever reason, you filed a claim because you wasn't working? I did. Put 4 in the chat. Is you filed it because you stopped working. Now listen to what. Now H-Town come with all this in his head. I'm bringing the game to you from my perspective. Now listen. Rainbow says Senator Duckworth laid the smackdown on one video I watched. I might move to her district just to keep her in office. Yes. Who has stopped working? You have to file at any point, whether for an increase or whatever. H-Town did. Then we got East Boogie says, H-Town Vet Northside, thank you for getting this knowledge out to veterans, to vets. Listen, H-Town ain't gonna talk you in circles. If I tell you it's a hit, then that's just what it is. I'm going to give you their words. Everybody tell you can do this, you can do that, and then you listen to them and they gave you messed up information. You go back to them, hey, that wasn't true. No, you didn't listen to me right. I'm telling you what they saying right here. Come on now, fam. You welcome, East Boogie. We ain't trying to tell you nothing but the truth. And if we misspeak, correct us. Because sometimes the rules change, or it's been a couple times I misspoke out of not a clear understanding, or I just said something wrong, but not intentional. But most of the time, I'm thorough on this, especially when it's something like this. J. Oliver say, yes, stop working, need to file a claim. Betty say she stopped, had to file a claim because she had stopped working. Evening, East Boogie. Yeah, if you haven't said show love to East Boogie, and I hope we win your subscription, East Boogie, and the rest of y'all. Charleston, I didn't even put no restriction to chat. 4, you've had to file one because you wasn't working. Jimmy Elmore wasn't working. That's if you were forced to retire early. That's if you couldn't work because it was getting to a point you might hurt somebody. Jimmy Elmore say, yes, look how many veterans in here. Rainbow say, yeah, I really can't work around civilians. Whoa. If you have problems working around civilians, put me in the chat. I'm going to put something in there too. Put me. If not, say not me. You all right working with civilians. If you having problems working around civilians, put me in the chat. Oh, I almost broke the keyboard. I love civilians. I got civilians in my family. Now listen to what Alaska Knight say. 4, I took short-term and long-term disability. Come on, that's evidence of your claim. Did you use that as evidence? But I knew I was done for. Come on, Lord have mercy. And East Boogie say, hello, everyone. Family, this is what we do. Y'all think I just come up with this by accident? This is something I've lived. This is a pain and struggle I've had. Thank God that he allowed me to live this long to express it with my veteran family. Nobody was listening to me because I didn't know where you was at. I was preacher with no one to preach to, a doctor to nobody to administer medication to. Lord, thank y'all for coming in my life. 66 Love say, me. Come on now. Me, says Rainbow. OT say, me. Somebody tell me what the question was, because y'all know H-Town have a short-term memory problem. What did I ask y'all? I forgot. Brother Charles say, me. What was the question? Tell me what I asked you. Betty say, me, they are ready for Jesus. Yes, indeed. San Diego say, me. Little Rip say, me. What was the question I asked y'all? Because I forgot. I'm saying, y'all know I do have real problems with my memory. I come up with some good stuff. Anybody remember? Oh, can you work with civilians? If you have problems working with civilians, me, all of us do. Thank you. And I ain't pretending I got problems, but thank God that y'all don't judge me for it. You know, I got knowledge, y'all, but I got short-term memory problems. If we can't work around civilians, thank you. So say me. A lot of you say me. Why y'all have problems working around civilians? Now stop working. That was one of the reasons we said 4, let's go on. So you at a job, you working, and you end up having to leave that job because of a disability or whatever reason you got fired or whatever. Let's explain the situation. Now, didn't she make it clear? Miss Tan, you see how H-Town tying it in? If you have a rating of 0 to 90%, usually under most conditions you can work, and most veterans work. Disabled veterans work. Did she make that clear? And H-Town knew the research, but I'm backing it up. No problem, you can work. So in most cases, you can work without affecting your VA compensation if you have between 0 to 100%, 0 to a 90% rating, okay? Now, there's a difference between, so we're talking about if you're unemployed. If you're unemployed, that's a status of not having a job, okay? You could have got laid off. The company could have closed. That's unemployment. Unemployable is something different. All right, that's a term used by the VA. We're going to tell you the difference between being unemployed and unemployable. Look, family, let me see. Civilian workers called to the parking lot. Other veterans just laughed, waiting for me to take them out. Listen, I need to ask y'all this here. I'm gonna step away for a second. I need y'all. Have you ever had a confrontation with somebody at work or almost got into a physical altercation or anything like that? Put yes in the chat. Put why. If you haven't, almost got because of your conditions with the VA. Have you ever already got? Let us know, and I'll be right back. Thank you for your patience. Let us know. Okay, if you have, look how many people who's had altercations. I have too. So let me put it in here. What did you do to avoid that situation? I've had confrontations at work that almost got violent. Some of y'all may have gotten violent. That was used in my claim to help me get my benefits. Now let's see, because Charlton say talking about meet them in the parking lot. What made me ask that question? Listen, Betty said yes. San Diego Marine says yes. Listen to what Alaska Night says. Some grown-ups act worse than kids, but you are supposed to be the bigger person. Yeah, sometimes that gets on your nerve. They are so messy, silly grown-ups. Yes, that's happened. Confrontations at her job. Alaska Nights. Rainbow say yes and yes more than once. East Boogie said yes. Family, we need a place where we can express ourselves. Now listen, what was it? Or if you act out, you will be the one in trouble. That's good old buddy system, because they get to work and they know the supervisor, and then they play like an angel when they come around. I didn't do nothing. What's wrong? I don't know why they mad. They're always mad. I'm such a nice person, but they devilish behind the scene. Come on down. Yes, it happened to me. I hemmed them up in that teacher lounge and asked them, why you laughing at me? Why you eyeballing me? Oh no, don't cop please now. Wasn't nobody around. Huh? H-Town shouldn't have did that, huh? Kept playing with me. Huh? Get reckless eyeballing, and even though I told him to stand down and disengage. Uh-oh, I said too much. Now listen, some of these civilian bio something, I don't know what you call them, think that Call of Duty is real. They don't know, do they? They're going to mess around and find out. No, we don't want them to find out about the good word of Jesus. Now listen, Charlton said, yeah, the little snot went to HR. Wow. So they start trouble, then they'll snitch on you to HR. You were inferring that yourself, Alaska Nights. They'll make you look like the bad person. Cried like baby, and other Marine egged him on. They dislike the coward also. Wow. You can't be playing with people. At the end, Lieutenant Dan will be thrown to the lion den, and he'll realize he just a pawn in their game. I want to ask you, y'all have such excellent statements. Can Lieutenant Gade come back and make amends with the veteran community? Come on, let us know. Can Lieutenant Gade come back and make amends with us after going before Congress, making so many horrible statements about us? Can they do that? Yes or no? Can Lieutenant Dan have a second chance? Can Lieutenant Dan have a second chance? Let us know, fam. Come on. Come on, I want to know. Can you give Lieutenant Dan a second chance? After all he said against veterans, after all he done against veterans, he say we shouldn't get our benefits. Will you give Lieutenant Dan a second chance? You shouldn't get the benefits. When you get VA disability, it's like going to your female neighbor's house and stealing out of her purse every time you get VA compensation, but he receives it. Are you going to give Dan a second chance? I'm asking for a friend. Now listen, listen what Lil Rip say. At the end of the day, Lieutenant Dan will be thrown to the lion den, and he'll realize he just a pawn in their game. Let's explain something about that. When they get through with their tools, their sellouts, they break the tools. Jalvin, if you got one of them jokes for Lieutenant Dan, let us know. He always has some good jokes. I'm not going to laugh. 4, you've had confrontation, not with me. So he can't make amends with you, Jimmy Elmore. What did he do that crossed the line? Are you going to give Lieutenant Daniel Gade a second chance? Betty say not at all. Wow. Alaskan Ice says nope. San Diego Marine made it more simple. No. In all big caps. East Boogie say no. But he's a veteran. He's a combat veteran. He's a Purple Heart veteran. He said his combat skills are off the charts. His combat skills. What kind of mess is that? What's off the chart? Who brags about being in combat? I was scared a lot of times. Now listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was. You think I want to, come up, man? I want to go home, but I did what I had to do when I had to do it. And most of the time in combat zones, ain't much going on. It's boring. People don't tell them that. My husband, but it gets dangerous from time to time. My husband worked. The whole stress is not knowing when some explosion gonna go off. That's what gets you there. That's what made my PTSD bad. My husband worked every day, and I work so that my tax money I'm putting back into my pocket book. Go ahead now. Oh, Texas Mountaineer, my prodigal brother has come home. Listen, I love you, Texas Mountaineer. If I ever done something that hurt you, let me know. If I took money out your pocket, if I winked my eye at your woman, please forgive me. Everybody show love. Say greetings, H-Town family. I've been sitting back on the couch listening, decided to come up on the computer. Thank you. I know y'all busy, but I'm glad you here. Somebody show love to my brother Texas Mountaineer. If you don't, I'm going to shut the whole live stream down. Woo! Now listen to what Charles say. The snot was stealing from the company. He tried to get others in trouble. I hate bullies. I don't like bullies either. How can you trust a hater? You can't, San Diego Marine. Oh man, y'all heavy in here. Oh Lord. Oh, I gotta pull it back up. Now, Texas Mountaineer, can you forgive? Okay, he said I never have. Okay, if I ever do anything, because I love it. I'm a sensitive person because I know I talk a lot. So if I do something, let me know because I love y'all, man. And the ladies too. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sensitive person. Even though I'll get tough with stuff, I'm a softy in heart. Y'all know I am because y'all know Pastor Dougie come around. I'm gonna get on this case. I ain't gonna fake that. But he's a Southern preacher. Y'all think I take him out to eat? Oh, if I took him out to eat, would y'all be mad at me? I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it, family. Rainbow said, only the power of God and the love of Jesus can help him make amends. He reads scripture all the time and misquotes it. You never have. Okay. And if I do, let me know and I'll make amends if I've done something to disrespect you. Because I really care about y'all. Y'all mean so much to me. I want you to know that. When he was the head of the Virginia VSO system, I think he ran off VSOs that help veterans. That is what Dan did. He kind of admitted it. So Betty says, hello, Texas Mountaineer. Happy Father's Day. Yes, indeed. Everybody show love. Pastor Dougie is a bully. He don't. Hold on. Now, can you admit this, Charlton? Pastor Dougie doesn't act like Lieutenant Dan. He don't. If you say you're a bully, I think Lieutenant Dan is a bully. Why would you say Pastor Dougie don't act like that? Am I wrong? He does bully probably. I ain't saying he don't bully now. Now I'm gonna go back to where we was at. Now we getting talking about people stopped because they couldn't work. Now let's say, and we went over and we had Miss Tan break it down. Okay, that you can work with 100% permanent total, and you can work with all ratings pretty much. Most disabled veterans work. And we talked about the difference between being unemployed and unemployable. Unemployed, you need work, you need help, stuff like that. You might get unemployment, but it may not mean you're unemployable in VA terminology. Say almost Bruce Lee kicked someone. Wow. Now, inability to work, and if it's based, so it's if you're able to work, you're able to work. Inability to work, now, if it's based on a service-connected disability, that's an issue. Your ability or inability to work. Let's talk about it. Now, what is it based on? Do you know your limits? Okay? See, listen, not being able to work, this is not based on your 100% scalar that you get 100% P&T, which is based on your inability to work in a different way. This is not being able to work like unemployable. Now listen to what it takes about there. Everybody going in on the ball, Congressman Chef. His name is like Self, I think it is. Yes, Self. I don't know why I say Chef. So he's Congressman Self. That's his name, from what I remember. Now listen what you say. H-Town, the ball congressman knew the answer to the question he was asking. His goal was status demotion. That's hoping the TV audience would look at veterans thinking they were unqualified and privileged. So he putting us on the witch hunt. Them veterans. So he out there gaslighting and causing confusion. Eden out there, I got to calm down. I promised Charlton that I would not trigger him, but I did. He tried to mix up unemployability, which is IU or TDIU, with 100% permanent total, like you don't supposed to be able to work with 100% permanent total. She flatly said you can work as much as you want in almost every case with 100% permanent total. Now, when you're unemployable, it's limits. It ain't that you can't find a job. It ain't that there ain't no jobs hiring right now. Do you know your limits? Family, do you know yours? On how much you can work or not? Do you know your work limits? Let's talk about it. Do you know your limits? And we talking about work limits. We just talked about limit of somebody being in an altercation with you. the mental limits of playing office politics. Huh? Do you know your limits when somebody push you in a corner? If somebody, you at work and somebody gets you in the, block the door in the break room and said, you one of the most screwed up veterans. Listen to me. Yeah, all y'all do is live off the government, and you ain't gonna do nothing to me because you a deadly weapon. If you do something to me, I can go tell on you that I feel threatened. So you got to take my bullying. What would you do in that situation if people are taunting you? Yeah, I know you probably got PTSD or something, but I'm in good with the boss. That's my cousin. And just keep pushing your button. Who would you tell to get out of that type of situation? And you don't want to conflict. There are work limitations. It could be mental health, physical conditions that limit you, vision conditions. All right. And how do they measure it? Based on, can you complete the work task? Can you complete the work task? Huh? And if you can't complete it because people are harassing you, you can't complete it because your vision is not as good, and are they doing the proper accommodation? This is based on being unemployable. Now listen, the question plus the bait, say the questioner plus the bait question plus a third party subject equals audience delusionment. Yes, indeed. If they got somebody hyping them up or the people not protecting you, the person asking you not asking in good faith, and they trying to bait you. And if they, family, y'all got to be honest. If somebody start questioning your military service, who in here gets agitated if somebody start questioning their military service? Asking you questions. You're a woman. You served in the military? Really? Oh, you from over here, you served? You couldn't find a real job? You had to go in the military? Who in that aggravates you or trigger you? Put the word trigger if somebody would do that, or can you just walk away? Does that trigger you if somebody starts questioning your military service? Does that trigger you? Work task. Let's not even ran down First Gulf War National Guard veteran I worked with and had health issues. Would that trigger you? Could you contain yourself? It triggered H-Town. Somebody questioned my military service. Betty Bob said a trigger. So 66 Love, thank God. Teach us what you do to keep it from triggering you, because I need it. Please, 66 Love, let us know. Rainbow said a trigger. Rainbow. Texas Mountaineer said trigger. Now listen what Rainbow says. If that happened, that is when you put the drop weapon beside the evidence and tell the judge and the press that you have to quote this, I was scared and feared for my life. That's why y'all a mess. Oh, y'all a mess. So you wouldn't feel triggered. Why wouldn't you say ignore and walk away? Okay. I need to learn how to do that. 66 Love, what would you do? Come on now, let's talk about it. But that could prevent you from doing your work task, and that could be compensatable based on being unemployable because of the office politics or some physical condition that they're not accommodating you for, or your condition got so bad that you can't work. Can you complete the work task, physical or psychological? So if you can complete the work task without any issues, that you're not unemployable. You're not unemployable. Okay? But if you can't, because of, in particular, military-related conditions, that's when you become unemployable. Trigger, I cannot stop. Trigger, mental health. Okay. Wow. Now, if you can't control, that's hard. Now, listen to what 66 Love says. I've always been one that needed to have respect for someone that may be critiquing. Let me see where I'm at. Critiquing me. Okay. If I have no respect for you, your opinion doesn't matter to me. So you have to try to keep open mind on it. So if your conditions prevent you from completing a work task, that can make you unemployable. Okay? Boom, unemployable. Now we're going to talk about that. And we're talking about not having a job. The third reason why people file for VA disability is not having a job. And if you're unemployable, that can help you get your VA disability if you have evidence. OT say, why I gave up a good paying tech job. Wow. Who in here walked away from a good job? If you walked away from a good job because of your military, your VA, or your disabilities related to your military service, if you walked away from a good job, put GJ in the chat for good job. If you walked away from a good job, family, let us know. Now, all due to my service-connected disability. Put GJ in the chat if you walked away from a good job because of your military-related disabilities. Man, this is hard. I hope those are cut-proof pants. Oh, Lord. Now, the artificial intelligence stride between service, sexes, combat, non-combat division are allowing the vultures to continue to tear us apart one by one. Just stop cutting down other vets ourselves. Yes, we got to do it. Yes, indeed. You left a good job, Texas Mountaineer. Wow. Just walk, man. Gave up the job even before being rated 100% permanent total. Man, this is rough. So being unemployable because of our conditions is a situation. You understand? We have to file these claims. Let's talk about it. Now, look, unemployable is either IU or TDIU, and that's based on you not being able to work because of your service-connected disability. You're not 100%. Okay, to qualify, you either between 60 and 90%, but they're going to pay you at 100%, right? In the form of TDIU, you get paid like 100% permanent total with the work restrictions. IU is a temporary 100%. You don't get no CHAMP VA or Chapter 35 for your dependents, okay? You just get the amount and a few other benefits. So we're dealing with not temporary 100%, not 100% permanent total, once based on employability. Individual unemployability, IU, TDIU, which is total disability, individual unemployability. I hope that's making sense. Now, remember, with ratings based on unemployability, there are going to be restrictions, whether it's permanent or if it's temporary. Can we talk about it? Betty says she just walked. Now, what are the restrictions? One, you can't make over the federal poverty level, which is $15,650 a year. Okay? So you can make what you're making. Let's say you did work or had extra income coming in with IU or TDIU, you can't make over the poverty level. That's one restriction. So if that's the case, that means you can't work more than a full-time job. More than a part-time job, right? I'm assuming, I may be wrong about this. If you can't make is that a part-time job? If you can't make over, you got to make less than 16,000. That's like a part-time job, right? You can't work a full-time job. What full-time job pays you $15,000? I don't know. So Betty says she walked. Charlton Betty should make. Yes, we sailors just ship out. Don't play. Oh boy, come on, let's talk about it. Now, the other one, other than them restricting how much you can make if you did work, you have to make under the poverty level. You have to work in a sheltered environment, and Alaskan ICE knows how the VA don't really even follow these rules. So you have to work maybe away from others, less hours. You may have to work where they have to make special accommodations. I didn't want to apologize to the family in the court. Say, whoa, boy, they don't know how serious it is messing with veterans, but they like playing with us. Now, what's required to get unemployability? Okay, what's required to qualify for unemployability? Sorry, your daughter's stupid, and I told them get out of my face. You warned them. Come on now. Now, what is required to get unemployability? Because we're talking about not being able to work. One condition is 60%. Okay, at a 60% rating, if you have one condition that's rated 60% or higher, really 60% to 90%, you can apply for unemployability. Veterans is eligible to file a claim for unemployability if one service-connected disability is rated 60% or higher. Okay? For those, I know a lot of you know this, but we got to say it for people that may not be clear on. That's one of the requirements. You got to be at least 60% for one condition alone or higher, meaning 60, 70, 80, or 90. If you're 100, you don't need it. Now, text me out and say, H-Town, I might be wrong, but I think IU and TDIU are the same. No, they are based on unemployability. The big difference is IU is temporary and TDIU is permanent. You get the same benefits with TDIU that you get with 100% permanent total. You just have restrictions that where you can't work over the poverty level, where with 100% permanent total, you can work, okay? They similar, but not the same. Thank you for asking. Hope that helped. Let me know if that helped. Keep in mind, TDIU is a claim for an increase. Yes, it is. So you could get an increase or a decrease. I never thought about it like that. So this IU or TDIU, if you have 6%, they might give you one or the other. 70%, now this is another requirement. If you don't have one condition at 60%, you can have a combined rating of 70%, but there are certain requirements for that if you want to file for unemployability. Are you listening to me? So if you don't have one condition at 60%, you can have an overall rating of 70%, and one of them have to be at least 40, and the rest 40%, and the rest have to add up to 70. Let's explain. Veteran with 2 or more service-connected disabilities are eligible to file claim for unemployability if at least one of the disability is rated 40% or higher, and the rest add up to at least 70. Come on now. Did I lie about anything? Let me know, T. Are we breaking it down? Unemployability. How does it work? How does unemployability work? It depends on which one you got, IU or TDIU. So Texas Mountaineer, we're going to break down the difference between the two types of unemployability, IU and TDIU, okay? Let's talk about it. How does unemployability work? Depends on which one you got. Just like there's 2 types of ice creams, there's 2 types of unemployability. Where you like your ice cream? Let me know. Do you like it on a cone or a cup? Where do you prefer it? I prefer it on a cone, but I usually get it in a cup. So I guess I prefer a cup when I buy it out. Do you like a cup or cone for your ice cream? So we're talking about the 2 types of unemployability. Cup or cone? I like the cup. A cone, it's a cone cup. Okay. Pick up what you're laying down. Picking up what you're laying down. See, that's why we slow walking this thing. She's showing just like there's 2 types of ways you can get your ice cream, there's 2 types of unemployability. Huh? Come on, let us know. So y'all like to eat do y'all eat y'all cone? I like a cone, but I like to eat it. It melts too fast. Alaskan Ice say cone. Oh, we got KJ say cup. Somebody let me know which one is the most popular. Lil Rip say cone. I like the H-Town like the cup. Betty says cone cup. Okay, you like the mix the two. Yeah, that's a way to get one shaped like a cup. Okay. Alaskan Ice say cup, soft in the cone lickable. Okay. We have now listen. Look who in here. Rose City D said, good evening, H-Town Vet, and salute the chat. Me, I like bowl of ice cream like I like today, like I had today, because it's hot, family. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? If you couldn't get but one kind, and that the ice cream company say, we'll give you this flavor for the rest of your life, I'm going to tell you what mine would be. Mine would be vanilla. Mine would be vanilla. Somebody let us know. Mm-hmm. Unemployability is the first type. Individual unemployability. I'm going to show you the difference now, Texas Mountaineer. Okay? Family, we just blessed in here. Y'all are a blessing to us. And thanks for those that don't, the one that donated early in the super chat. Thank you. Now listen. So what's your favorite? Oh, Alaskan Ice says chocolate. East Boogie say chocolate. Now my second choice would be cookie and cream, roasted cookie and cream. Dark chocolate. Okay. Texas Mountaineer, are you talking about ice cream or you the ladies you like? Oh, am I being messy? I'm sorry. Now let's see. Everybody come on in here. We're not gonna miss your sister Renaissance. Remon Renaissance Soul say, hello everyone. I missed the entire live stream. My favorite is vanilla. So guess what? You in good standing with us because my favorite is vanilla. Come on now. Peanut butter, vanilla, yummy. Oh, I don't like mixing all that stuff up. My top three: vanilla, cookies and cream, butter and cream. What is that? Pecan butter or something. Butter pecan. You say, happy Father's Day to you, H-Town Vet, and the others in the chat. Yes, indeed. Show love to Rose City D and to our sister, Remom, and also to the new person just showed up, KJ in here. Show love to KJ, fam. Come on. Welcome in here because we, family, the channel going, we almost at 3,000 subscribers. So let's talk about the first one. I had this one. I was 70%, but I filed for an increase of individual unemployability while I would be paid at 100% rate. And the other difference between IU, which is this, it's a temporary one, and TDIU is permanent. This one, you don't get Chapter 35 educational benefits or CHAMP VA. With TDIU, you do. See, that's why we got to break this stuff down. So let's talk about temporary. He said, y'all are making me hungry at the late hour. Vanilla to put in my coffee to call it down. Chocolate Rocky Road, evening reminder. Now let's see. So individual unemployability is the first type of unemployability. It's temporary because the condition will fluctuate. Most mental health conditions, they'll assign a temporary rating, IU temporary rating. So they say, we're going to come back and check and see if it get better now. That's the first thing I got was that. So they're going to do periodic reexaminations between 3 to 5 years. Now that's for IU. TDIU, there's no examination. The only similarities they have, both of them are placed on unemployability. So you have the work restrictions and you have the, you mean in shelter environment, and you can't make over the poverty level. That's the two things that IU and TDIU got in common. Now, when it comes to TDIU or total disability individual employability, go watch our video, one of our first videos. We did one on this too. Boom, here we go. TDIU, total disability, individual unemployability. Look at it as almost the same exact thing as 100% permanent total. The only difference is the work restrictions. Now listen, it's a permanent rating. Let's get that straight. It's static, not likely to improve significantly over the remainder of the veteran's life. No future exam scheduled. With IU, there's a future exam going to be scheduled in the future. Now, another thing, marginal employment, odd jobs, like part-time job, work for friends, family, passive income, rental properties, you don't manage is okay. So if you're getting rental property that you don't manage, good. There's no restriction for 100% permanent total, right? Now, let me say, what's Irish coffee? That sounds like second Irish coffee with scoop of vanilla. What's Irish coffee? Is this some liquor in there? I ain't trying to do no stereotype. If I am, forgive me. Irish coffee. I ain't never heard no Irish coffee. Let's stay here. Let me know. So, yes, you can work, okay, with unemployability. Yeah. I keep forgetting about that. You can work, yes. Now, you probably can't get it. You can't get unemployability, IU or TDIU, while you working. You're probably going to not have to be working because the first thing they have, one of the first things on the form or at the bottom of the form, when the last time you worked. And if you working, they're going to say you're unemployable. You're not unemployable. But if you start working, I mean, you get a TDIU or IU, you can if they meet certain requirements. It's risky in my opinion. So yes, you can work with work restrictions. It cannot be substantial gainful employment. Cannot be substantial, meaning you working full time. Gainful is consistent employment. You working all the time. Come on now, you hear me? Did you hear me? Part-time jobs, okay. Now, number 5, we almost through, family. Are we going through this? I'm sorry it's taking so long, but we put that energy out here. Next reason that people file for claims because they believe they were in service, it happened in line of duty, so it's in your contract, and they should take care of your disability because it happened in the line of duty during your service. If you feel that you should be given VA compensation, you should be able to file a claim. You file a claim because it happened in the line of duty. Is that the reason you file? If that's part of the reason you file any of your claims, put 5 in the chat because they broke it, and so they have to pay for it. And it was in your contract. Put 5 in the chat if you file a claim because it was in your line of duty and it was part of your contract. Put 5 in the chat. Is that why you file your claim too? Let us know. Who did that? You filed a claim because it was part of your good evening, Remom. Yes, indeed. 66 say it was in the contract. Is this one of the reasons you file a claim? When somebody challenges you, why you filing a claim? You don't need that. Y'all about to get mad at me in a minute. Betty Bobs say because it was in her contract, what she agreed. They promised to take care of. Charlton said it was in the contract. It happened in line of duty, so they broke it, they buy it. Rainbow say they broke it, they buy it. You didn't say that, but it's so many. Good night, family. Y'all be easy. Salute. We just about done. Say, hurt on the job. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, KJ. Talk to you, little Rip. Now, listen. So if visibly, you can tell if somebody lost a body part, whether it was in combat or not, or you develop PTSD, you got in a wreck. Now, listen, you got in a wreck off base in civilian clothes. As long as you wasn't negligent or responsible for the accident, you were drinking or something, they got to cover it. You get attacked off base while in the military, they got to cover it. Later on, yes, indeed, evening to KJ. So listen. They broke the government, your government property while you're in there. If they break it, they buy it. Huh? Then it have to be covered under the body systems. So another thing is in the line of duty, if you were injured, any of these that you got injured in the line of duty, put the number, okay? Let us know. Family, y'all think we playing this? Any of my main one, I'm gonna put the one that's the main one that I'm service connected for. Is it for cardiovascular, your heart? Put a 1. If it's for dental or oral, that is service connected, you was injured in the military, put a 2. Is it for your digestive system? Put a 3. Put every number that applies. If it was for your endocrine system, which is your hormone, okay? Dealing with your hormones. Let me put this up here, make it full screen. Dealing with your hormones. You take any type of hormone injections. Put a 4. That's endocrine system. Number 5, anything dealing with female or gynecological issues. Put a 5. Number 6, urinary system problems that occur in the military. Number 7, mental health. Well, there I go right there. Anything happen in the military, you can put all the numbers that apply. Rainbow say number 8, musculoskeletal. H-Town say mental health. Number 8, musculoskeletal. Number 9, neurological problems, dealing with the brain, things connected to the brain. Number 10, you had nutrition deficiencies. Number 11, respiratory system issues like COPD or sleep apnea, anything like that. Number 12, because sometimes sleep apnea happens in organ or specific senses like sight, sound, taste, the 5 senses, sight, sound, taste, touch. What did I miss? And smell. Number 13, blood-related conditions. Number 14, skin condition like eczema or rashes, or things related to Agent Orange or dealing with the PACT Act. Number 15, infectious diseases. Charlton say 7, which is mental health, 11, respiratory system, and 12, organ, the 5 senses were affected. Come on, family. That's why you do it, because it's connected to your service. Some people think that's unfair. Some people think that you shouldn't be able to be in the military for 2 or 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Do you realize that you get, if you're 100% as a veteran, 100% permanent total, or 100% period, IU or TDIU, you make more than the average retiree from the military that did 20, 25 years. Do you, oh boy, am I starting trouble? Do you think that is fair? Oh, I don't want to gaslight. I don't want to get, how do you feel about the fact that you make, I ain't gonna say fair, how do you feel about the fact that you make more money than someone who did 20 years in the military? And somebody did 20 years, you can also get this, your VA disability too. If it's 50% or more, it's without the offset. How y'all feel? Some think it's unfair. Now, this is how some people say it's unfair for you to get your VA compensation. Some say it should be only for combat veterans. And we went over that, and I don't agree with that. It's in the line of duty. Okay? Others say it's welfare. Now, this is the one we want to hit, that it's like you receiving welfare because the funds you're getting from the federal government. Do you feel like that VA disability compensation is a form of welfare? If you do, put welfare in the chat or put no welfare. If you don't think it is. Do you feel like it's welfare? I forgot to spell welfare right on that. I'm sorry. No welfare. I got the welfare right. Is it welfare or no welfare? That's what a lot of people think. Some people. Let us know. IOU. So it's no welfare for you. Okay, for East Boogie say no welfare. I see it, if you see it as, if it's no welfare, if you see it as the government owe you, put an IOU. If you don't see it as welfare, put IOU. They owe you, or no welfare. Yes. No, you don't see it. Yes. I owe you. Yes, indeed. No welfare from Charleston, no welfare for Betty. Listen. So that we need to tally up their bill. How much you think that your government owe you for your military service? If they could pay you out at one time and they say we tired of getting you disability, what would the amount be? So you want to honor the contract, but if they said we'll give it to you all at one time, tax free, or would you want a payment every month? What would that be? They'd have to at least give me $100 million. Is that too much? They say we cut your, well, that's because then you have healthcare problems. Would they cut you off from the VA healthcare? If they say no VA healthcare, honor the contract, no welfare, no, okay. How much would the payout be for you if they could pay you all at once? $100 million, maybe $500 million. Now, the next one, we got one left after this, not about one or two left. Healthcare, including community care. You want a one-time payout of $50K, $500K? Okay, that's a lot. I think not $50K, $500. Next thing, who in here, you filed a claim for VA compensation because you needed the health care, at least 50% or more, or for the service-connected disability? Put a 6 in the chat if the reason you filed, another reason you may have filed for a claim for an increase or for an initial claim was for health care. Put 6 in the chat. Let us know if that's another reason you filed. Let us know. Did you file for VA disability compensation because of health care? H-Town did. 66 did, if that was one of your reasons. So your payout would be $850K. Okay. But I guess you keep it. Okay. Non-taxable, right? So you file for healthcare too. Now listen, tax-free $500,000. Then I'll invest in defense companies. Oh, Charlton, you're too much. Would you still go to the VA healthcare system? Now, that's many reasons to do, because people get free care, but I like community care. And they give you travel pay. We moving along, family. Now, free medication. That's a lot of reasons people do it. Free dental care. I couldn't wait to get 100%. Or IU, you get it. Yes, have SSDI. Okay, so you'd have them. Oh, you got a backup. That's another reason. The healthcare is another reason. Then possible eligibility for adaptive equipment. You gonna work for Infuse with Lieutenant Dan? He say he have people that's 100% work for him. And special money compensation for certain amputees. Aid and attendance. That's another reason people do it for the health care. Aid and attendance for them or their spouse. Now, some do it for the state benefits. Put number 7 if you do it. I do it for the state benefits too. That's one of my reasons. State benefits. Yes, indeed, because Texas got a lot of state. Do your state have good state benefits? Put 7 in chat. Put 7 if that's why you do it. The top states for veteran benefits, 7 in the chat. If you do it for the state benefits, you file claims. So look, original Gulf War. I can't say the whole thing. Original Gulf War OT, special month compensation, but that's what you do it for. Listen, Texas surpassed California for the largest veteran population. So it's Texas, California, and Florida. Now let's see. I'm going to go back there and make sure I got that right. Who do it for the state benefits? If you file a claim because the state benefits give you certain benefits, put 7 in chat. Rainbow say yes. Big Will, you don't have to answer if you don't agree with. That's not the reason you did it. Alaska Knight say yes. The best state's education benefits, Oregon. We got to check that out. Texas is the best. What state you think is the best for veterans? What state is the best for veterans? I'm going to put my bid in. Let us know. What state is the best, in your opinion, for veterans? Put in the chat. H-Town. So Texas say Texas Mountaineer. H-Town say Texas too. Original GWOT says the best educational benefits, Oregon. What you say? What's the best state? But tell us whether you Betty say Texas. Oh, God dog. I'd wash my skivvies in infused bathroom. Interfused bathroom. You out of control. You think he let you get away with that? Why he even bring some garbage up? So East Boogie say Texas. Alaska Knight say Texas. What other states y'all anybody else would go to another state? Pick your state. State really depends on your rating. Folks under 100% miss out the top states benefits. Yeah. I will agree Texas, but education, Oregon. Okay. I need to find out. You have to be a veteran or not a veteran to get it over there. Let us know. And remember the top 3 states. Anybody in here, if you live in Texas, you live in any one of these states, put it in the chat. If you live in Texas, put a 1. You live in California, put a 2. If you live in Florida, put a 3. I live in Texas, so I put a 1. What state y'all live in? Let us know. If you want to share, you don't have to share if you don't want to. These are the top 3 states with the largest veteran population. And not coincidentally, it's not a coincidence that they got the top benefits for veterans too. California just being so expensive to live in. I say Texas. East Boogie say Texas. I forgot what my question was. Big Will say Texas. What's the state is the not where you live, but the best state you think for veterans to live? Which one? Let us know. Is it Texas 1? Is it California 2? Is it Florida 3? 1, it says West Virginia Mountaineer living in Texas. Okay. Okay. What if I live in a state of confusion? Is that a 0%? I don't know. Seems like that should be higher. Oh, Lord, you a mess. Oh, you a mess, Rainbow. 1, Texas. Oh, are you going to be moving down here better, you and your husband? Now, 66 Love says, never was so worried about the educational benefits. Lucky enough to have a job that covers dependent education. Okay. Okay, the original GWOT said Texas. If y'all had to pick between these 3 states, I would love to know why y'all didn't pick Florida or California. Come on now, fam. When we doing this here, these now state benefits, they don't usually give you money. Some may, but in Texas, they give you breaks, like dealing with employment, financial breaks, okay? Education, you don't have to pay for it. There's waivers. Recreation, you can go to the park for free if you're 60% or higher. Veteran dependent, if you pass away and you have a total tax exemption on your house, your spouse can get the total tax exemption. You can ride tollways for free in transportation. You can park for free. You can park at airports. They can kind of changed it from what y'all telling me. Come on now. So those are the state benefits. And several states have it where if you're 100% certain, either 100% permanent total, IU, TDIU, or you can get, or sometimes 70%, you don't have to pay no property tax on your house. These are some of them listed here. Texas, Pennsylvania, but everybody got their own little way they do it. In Texas, you can get DV plates. Who in here have DV plates? You ain't got to tell us what they are. If you got disabled veteran plates on your thing, put DV plates. If you qualify and don't do it, let us know why you wouldn't do it. You don't want a target on your back. Now listen, 66 Love say, California, the cost of living is crazy. Nice place to visit, but don't want to live there. Okay. I got DV place. Do you think that put a target? Or you get to ride tollways here in Texas for free? And you might be able to park in certain things for 3 hours downtown Houston. Now, what if none of these applies? Nice ride and play at H-Town. Yeah, I put that together. That's not my car. Yeah, I put that together. Now, listen, if these don't apply, the reasons we gave, okay, whether it is because of economic reasons, that's why you file a claim, because of state benefits, because of 100% permanent total, because you can't work, because, what was the second one? If it wasn't none of those reasons, so you got DV plates too, okay. What other reason other than the ones we listed is the reason you filed a VA disability claim? Any other reasons you filed that don't apply? Not because it happened in duty. What is your reason why you file, your main reason? It might have been several, but I'm talking about your main reason why you file. It could be one of the ones we had. What is your reason why you filed a VA claim? The main reason. You might have had several, but what was the primary? And that's the question. The question is, what was the main reason you filed VA disability? It could be one of the ones we went over. My main reason for filing was dependent benefits, family. Was it financial? Was it because it happened in duty and they broke their back? Let's see. The dependent benefits is the reason I did it. But it's the main reason. Other ones was a part of it too. Financial at the time for 66 Love. Not your parking meter either, I guess. No, it's not. We got 33 likes and 19 watching. Family, this has been incredible. Why did you do it? What's your reason for filing your claim? Let us know. What was the main reason? You had several, but let us know yours. All right, now let's see. Let us know why you did it. Everybody had their own reason. It may not be listed in what we covered tonight. A rating of 100%, you qualify to not pay property tax in Baxter County, Texas. Okay, I'm going to look that up. Other veterans filing for hearing loss. So I said, why not me? So yeah, one of my main reasons I have to say, because I saw people getting it for playing volleyball and soccer and basketball in the military. I say, well, if they can do it, why not me? That was one of my main reasons too, that my initial claim. Other veterans, okay, yeah, I got that one. Fanda, did we go over it tonight? Fanda, did we do it tonight? Now, go to we have 3 polls or voting polls where you can vote over at the channel, where we ask, we use images and we ask questions over there. Go over there and answer the poll and check the answer that best fits your mindset. The one we had, the latest one we have, check all 3 of them. What was the main reason I filed for disability compensation? Couldn't put many options, but was it for dependent family benefits, I didn't take the poll, but that's the one I would have chose. Because of 100% permanent total, 21%. Not able to work, 21%. Because of military injury covered in contract, 32%. So the main reason, according to the poll, that people filed for VA disability compensation was because the contract said if they got injured in the military, you break, you buy. The second reason was dependents, surprisingly tied for 100% permanent total and not able to work was tied. Isn't that amazing? I thought everybody would be talking 100%, but a lot of us, that's not what we necessarily thinking about. Now, did we address the issue tonight? Did we cover the topic for tonight? I know it's been a little long, family, but did we cover it tonight? Verify information. Let me ask you, when H-Town said you can work with 100% permanent total rating with no work restrictions, did we answer the question? Did we verify tonight? If H-Town verified and showed you a VA leader, Ms. Tan, saying, yes, you can, put the word verify in there if H-Town verified and put it to rest. Oh, yeah, you put yes. Did H-Town verify tonight that you can work? Say yes. Did H-Town verify? Say, this is great information. Thank you, H-Town, for an amazing lesson. And I want y'all to have a good Father's Day. Family, we doing this thing. Did we, so can't nobody say verified or yes, either answer good. Benny say yes, so does Alaska Nice, so does East Boogie, so does Texas Mountaineer. Family, if you have not hit that like button, subscribe, or let me see, or share this with others. If you get the chance, you know somebody, please share it with others. We appreciate it because we're trying to boost that algorithm. Affirm, okay. Great information, thank you. Charleston say affirmative. We're trying to get out topics like this that's going to benefit you and help you. Let's see what the subscriber count is. We're trying to get to 3,000, okay? Let's see what the subscriber count is now. Woo, family. We got several subscribers now. We got 5 more doing this live stream. We got 2,967 subscribers. We've got 5 doing this live stream. Will we make it to 3,000? Will we make it? Let me know how many we need now. We got 2,967. How many we need? Betty Bob said we need 3 more. 33 more. Okay. H-Town, you have a lovely Monday and enjoy your week. 66 say rest well, family. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. I'm gonna be putting out, please. I gotta clip it up because I gotta make it where people can. I ain't trying to hustle. I am trying to hustle too. But I want to make it so some people say they can't watch the full videos, the live stream, so I have to clip it up so they can see the topics that interest them. Okay. We need 33 more. Can we do it, family? Or y'all gonna do y'all part to make sure we get to that 3,000 and beyond? Come on now, fam. Thank y'all. Have you hit that like button? Have you hit that like button, fam? Now, the super chat, thank for those that donated to the super chat and those that donate in the future. Thank you. New rules. We ain't gonna do no rules tonight. We're gonna go over that on another night. And the update and the news, we're gonna go over that another night. We have a lot of information. We probably gonna TSA, we're gonna talk. Our sister Alaska Nice gave some good information on that, but we're gonna go over that another night. New releases, family. Please, yes indeed. Watch the one we did on work restrictions for mental health conditions. We broke it down all the way, didn't we, fam? Please go watch this one. Now I say good night from Sister Alaska Nice. Betty Bob say good night to all. Benny say good night, everyone. Family, we did this, and I appreciate y'all patience hanging in there. When you paint yourself in a corner as a veteran, we need to cover that too, okay? Any suggestions, send it to our email. We respond promptly. Our live streams are on. Oh, God. Let me see. On Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. Please click your notifications on. If you have your notifications on, put a bell in, put a bell in there. Put the word bell if you got your notifications on. And say, Benny say good night, everyone. East Boogie say good night, everyone. Original GWOT says good night, everyone. You better believe it. Please, we remember that when we have our live streams, click the notifications. We appreciate it. We want you here. We in the after party. I got one last question for you. Well, you know, you're talking about we got to reach out to other veterans, and that's why we're here to support. Let me see, can I get veteran channels? We need to get the message out to all veterans. Get our message together. And try your best. I try to stand out with the information. We're going to go over this next time. Oh, Lord, I got to get, because we want to close out. All right, here we go. I got last question. Is what that weather looking like where you at? What's the weather, family? Is it snowing? It was raining yesterday. It ain't rain today. It's hot today. What's the weather and what's the temperature, and we're going to leave? What's the temperature where you at? Let us know. I'm here in Richmond, Texas, outside of Houston, and the temperature is 80 degrees. Gonna be a high of 89, but 80 degrees right now. What's the temperature where you at? And we're gonna roll out. Let us know, fam. I'm gonna go back to the front. Y'all can let us know y'all temperature on the way out of here. Family, we got out tonight. Family, did we do some things that's uniquely done here where you can put all this information that you learned together? If anybody else asks you, can you work with 100% permanent total? You read them the Ride Act. Family, we got down tonight. So watch the little clips I put out. I'm going to try to keep them real short, but they're going to be, because everybody can't watch the long thing. And, you know, I like doing it live stream style. Let me see here. And again, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, family. For those that came through, happy Father's Day. Benny says 76 degrees Sacramento. Charlton says 69 degrees in Pennsylvania. Texas Mountaineer say Rio Hondo. Texas is 83 degrees. It's 80 here in the Richmond, Houston area. 66, 70 degrees in Cincinnati. And we thank y'all so much. And I guess we'll leave with that Father's Day. Let's leave with Father's Day. And I want to say thank y'all, family. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for joining us. But we've been here 3.5 hours. So before we get to that full time, thank you and good night. Love y'all.